Hello again, everybody, and welcome to a very special game of the week. This week from Connolly Stadium in Woburn. It's the annual Woburn-Winchester Thanksgiving Day football game. My name is Jim McKenzie from the Winchester Star Sports Editor, along with Al DiTullio. Al, this is going to be a matchup of contrasting styles this week. And you know, you start by just taking a look at those white uniforms. That might come into play too, because I don't think they're going to be very white for very long.
Not very long, especially on this field. It snowed this past week. Those uniforms are going to get dirty in an awful hurry. It's going to be an exciting game. We tell the viewers at home, stay tuned for a great football matchup. Two teams that are evenly matched, Jimmy.
The records are slightly different. At Woburn at 7-3 and Winchester at 5-4. A heck of a step up from a year ago when both came in with dreadful records. But that was a good game, 14-7. We expect to see another again today.
Oh, this is going to be an exciting game between these two clubs. You know, Woburn is 7-3, Winchester is 5-4. But in that 5-4 record, a couple of tough games for the Winchester team. It's easily, they could be 8-2 heading, 7-1 heading into this ball game.
Well, Derek Massinanti is going to be kicking the ball off for Woburn on an ice-covered field at Connolly Stadium. The 92nd Winchester-Woburn game is off. Woburn coming right up the middle, tippy-toeing it through for Winchester is number 34, Jeff Davis. A pretty good return out to about the 35-yard line.
Jeff Davis does a nice job of cutting and swaying to avoid being brought down. That's also going to be a factor because early in this game, the Woburn defense will have to establish themselves. It's going to be especially tough on a field like that because it is a little bit slick out there, Jimmy.
It looks, with this pretty good sun beating down on us, that it's going to turn to mush in no time. Scott Brooks is going to lead the Sachems up. He's got Frank Federa in the backfield along with John O'Zizzi and Jim Alanato in the option attack for the Sachems. That's Zizzi in motion. And they give it to Federa, who's taken down for a gain of just about one. Number 82 for Woburn took him down in a real hurry there. That was Dennis McGrath.
But Derek Bruno also right there, reading it instinctively, knowing that Frank Federa is the big back, covering it up, not allowing him to get the big yardage that he's been getting all year long.
The inability to cut on a day like this, Al, you think that maybe it's going to be a north-south type of day and a Federa type of day.
Absolutely. I think Federa is going to be their big back. They're going to have to really rely on him.
2nd and 8 for the Sachems now, and this is Brooks bringing the team up, calling signals. He's got 3 in the backfield. He gives to Alanato. Alanato gets stopped at the line. He got about one. Eric Rennell in on the hit.
You have to remember one thing about the Woburn teams of the past and now. They've always had strong defenses, and again, the defense shows why they're very strong, led by number 30, Derek Bruno, getting right in there and making the stop.
Let's also give credit there to John McGuire. He actually made the initial stop, and then Rennell, the co-captain, with the finish. It's going to be a 3rd down and about 7 for the Sachems in a passing situation, perhaps, for Winchester early in the game.
Well, they got to test it early in this game. They have to see what they can do in the air and mix it up a little bit.
Janella and Zizzi split out to the right, and Dave McGeehan, their big play receiver, to the left. Brooks has Federa straight behind him. Alanato split left. And it is a passing formation. Brooks going deep. He's got McGeehan, and McGeehan hauls it in. Reception is good down to about the 35-yard line and about a 30-yard pass play for Winchester.
The fans at home will remember a couple of weeks ago when McGeehan made some sensational catches. It seems like it's a great combination with Brooks to McGeehan. McGeehan made a couple of sensational catches in that Burlington game. Again, he makes a nice catch and puts Winchester in great field position.
Perfectly thrown timing pattern to Dave McGeehan. Picks up about 30 yards. Winchester's going to have a 1st down on the Woburn 36 early in the 1st quarter here in the 92nd Winchester-Woburn Thanksgiving Day game. Zizzi in motion. Brooks can't get anything. He's going to get stuffed. He does get it off to Zizzi. Got almost back to the line of scrimmage. Lucky for no fumble there, Al.
Well, that's a great heads-up play by the quarterback, Scott Brooks, instinctively waiting for John Zizzi to get open, and he knew he was going to get dumped, so he figured he'd get something out of a play that possibly would have gone nowhere.
No gain on the play. Rennell again was in the vicinity there for the Tanners to knock it down. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 10 with 8:02 in the clock running here in the 1st quarter. Brooks on 2nd and 10. Don Tremont in motion. Brooks on the keeper, and he is just ragdolled to the ground by Eric Rennell.
But there's flags on the play. It may come back.
Both number 74s out here, Rennell and Levitt, are the big play guys on defense for their lines.
That's what makes it all possible, is the lines. The lines are the key to any football game. Once you establish the lines, that's it.
This is going to be offsides against Woburn.
It's an offsides against Woburn. He jumped just just get off the line just a little bit too early.
Who made the call there?
Gene Smith. Oh, talking about Gene Smith, his two sons are also out here today because it's a very special day for him. He's in his 20th year of calling the Winchester-Woburn game as an official. This will be his last. He's been in officiating for 40 years. Gene, best of luck to you. One of the best.
5-yard penalty makes it second and about 4, so Winchester gained an extra yard somehow out of that. They got McGeehan split right. Brooks calling signals, gives it to Zizzy. He's met at the line of scrimmage. What a hit there by Matt Parziale for the Tanners.
Matt Parziale knew exactly what they were going to run. He was right there and made the stop and brought him down.
Well, they talk about this being a game for the seniors, and Parziale is senior, and he made a heck of a play.
Makes his impact felt early in this game with about 7 minutes to go.
So that almost nullifies the penalty a moment ago on the offside. It's going to bring up third and about 4. Good situation where Winchester could either pass or run, and it's probably 2-down territory here. McGeehan splits wide right. Alenado in the backfield along with Federa. Now Alenado in motion. The fake, he's looking to pass, is Brooks, flares it out to the right, overthrows Zizzy. It's going to be a 4th down and about 4.
Well, I think they'll go for it. 4th and 4 situation. Look for maybe a short pass, maybe to a guy like Frank Federa.
John Donahue, the Winchester coach before this game, was telling me that you might expect to see Federa out of the backfield, and if he can get his hands on the ball and get 1 or 2 steps of momentum, he will not be easy to take down.
No,
at 6'2", 230.
He's a big football player. It would be tough to bring a guy down like him, especially with his size and weight. Jimmy.
McGeehan split wide right. Federa in the backfield along with Zizzy. Alenado, 4th and 4. Winchester going for it, and Scott Brooks is going to call a timeout.
Well, he called a timeout. He didn't like what he saw in the offense. Perhaps the offense just wasn't in sync the correct way. So he says, let me call a timeout rather than risk turning the ball over.
Reading playing at Stoneham today. What do you think of that one?
That's a tough game. I would have to give an edge to the Reading Rockets just slightly.
Slightly at 7-0-2 versus 0-9-1.
Yep.
Wakefield is also playing in Melrose. Maybe the toughest game to pick besides this Winchester-Woburn.
Oh, yeah, that's going to be a great game between Wakefield and Melrose. Always a good game. I like Wakefield.
Those are the two teams that it would appear are battling for first place in a Super Bowl berth, but Rocky Nelson says with a little bit of help, Woburn can sneak into a tie for first place. They can't go to the Super Bowl, but they can get a mathematical tie for first place if both teams are upset.
Well, that's Rocky for you. Rocky's always thinking of those possibilities.
4th down and 4 after the timeout. Brooks, still white in his uniform, up at the line. He's got McGeehan split wide right. He's got a full house backfield, and he is going to pass it. The pass is wide open, and ball is dropped. That was Mark Campbell, a rare offensive chance, and he dropped a touchdown catch.
I think he just took his eye off the ball just slightly and went incomplete.
Boy, Winchester had him fooled on that one. Mark Campbell has not got a lot of chances offensively this season. He's a senior again, and it's those seniors that tend to get the chances in these games.
I think there's pride in his guts on both sides of the ball with Winchester and Woburn. Both sets of seniors want to do well, so the adrenaline is flowing just a little bit.
It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Tanners. They get a crack at it, and bringing them out is number 1 in your hearts, number 1 in the fans' hearts there. It's Todd Boutwell, the senior record-breaking quarterback for the Tanners.
He has just done everything so well this year.
You're going to see a lot of this. They're going to start in the shotgun formation with Reardon split to the left along with Mike Ingalls. Massinanti looked like he might have moved early, but they'll give him the break. Passes to Massinanti, and boy, is he popped by Mark Sullivan.
Mark Sullivan just gave him a nice shot saying, hey, pal, you got the ball off, you got some yardage, but you're not going anywhere without a message.
Pickup was exactly 10 yards. It'll be a 1st down. Massinanti over the middle, and the junior Mark Sullivan from the Sachems came up and absolutely leveled them.
That's an area where Winchester has to be very, very careful, is in that secondary. Winchester's a little bit weak there. They need to really step up their game and really concentrate in that area, especially with short passing.
John Simpson split left. He's their biggest play receiver and leading receiver. This is Ingalls in motion. Bowell, the give to Driscoll, met at the line. It looks like it was John Levitt in the middle of that. Also number 79, who is Salvucci, I believe. No, that's McGonigal. He's got the different number. McGonigal was right in the middle of that.
We talked about a guy stepping up his game. John Levitt has stepped up his game all year long by making plays like that. That's what makes the Winchester defense one of the better defenses in the league.
Michael Ritter, number 3 for the Tanners, brings the play in for Boatwell. He's passed for 474, plus that 10 gives him 1474 rather. Plus that 10 is 1484. He's 16 yards shy of the magical 1500 mark for a high school passer.
That's quite an accomplishment.
Massananti in motion to the right. Also out there is Ingles. Boatwell from the shotgun. Winchester bring the blitz with Federa. He gets met at the line. Boatwell is popped. Simpson goes long, but give credit there to McGonigal for Winchester getting in Boatwell's face.
McGonigal did a great job of knowing where the ball was. He got right there, made the play. I mean, McGonigal's going to be a big factor in this game. He's really stepping up his game. He's really going to go after Boatwell and say, hey, I'm coming after you. I'm going to make the stop any way I can. If I don't knock you down, I'm going to knock the ball down. And that's what makes defenses really get up.
Tom McGonigal, a 6', 260-pound lineman for Winchester, listed in the programs as 67. He's wearing 79. He took Boatwell down hard on that play. Simpson was not able to catch the ball. Third down, about 7. Massananti now in the I formation now with Simpson split left, and this is Boatwell back, fakes on the draw, and he throws. It's intercepted by the Sachem's. This is Scott Brooks, the quarterback for Winchester, taking it all the way back to the 30-yard line, and the big turnover early.
Whenever you're looking for a big play or a big situation and you can take advantage of it, it puts you in great position. But also Scott Brooks was in the right position at the right time, playing the offense very well and reading Boatwell as to what he was going to do. That's an asset when you're a quarterback and you can play defense as well. You can read what the other quarterback is going to do.
Sure, and I'm sure that Scott Brooks has a feeling for what it's like back there, as far as obviously Boatwell did not get the leg strength he needed into that throw.
Right.
So the Sachems with the first turnover of the game, and they get the ball in golden position here with Brooks is going to return the ball about 15 yards to the 30. He's going to bring his team up 1st and 10, 5:14 to play.
Jimmy, again, it's the footing. That's all it is.
He's got Don Tremont in motion, another pass for the Sachems. This time it's for McGeehan, who's tripped up, but no call. Back to defend for Woburn was Eric Sherry, the cornerback.
May have underthrown that just a little bit to Dave McGeehan.
Well, you know, no surprise here, huh? You know, you get 10 days off between these last couple of games, 10, 11 games, 12 days, I guess it is actually. And all of a sudden they come out and Winchester throwing like crazy.
Yeah. I mean, a layoff sometimes hurts you rather than helps you.
McGeehan split left. Elanato is also to the left. Federa in the backfield. Elanato in motion. Then to give it to Zizzi. They're trying this play again. He's got a big block coming from Levitt. McGeehan also with a good block. First down for Winchester, depending on the spot. Down around the 20-yard line.
That's what we're talking about. You need big plays. You need big situations to happen. And John Levitt again throws a nice block to open it up for John Zizzi.
You know, I was calling the block there the whole time for Levitt, expecting it, but across from Winchester came Brad Murphy, who's a junior, 5'11", 175 pounder. He threw the first block, and then Levitt threw one.
You know, but the nice thing about it is, Jimmy, that the juniors want to show what they can do. They know it's a senior day, but the juniors are also showing to the fans, hey, we're not going to be forgotten.
They were about a foot shy of the first down, so a wrong call by me. The quick hitter goes to Brooks. He spins off to the left. He'll get enough for the first down. You can see the mark down there. It'll be a first down just inside the 20 for Winchester.
What the Winchester offense needs to do is drive the ball down, score the points, and put the ball into the end zone and make the Woburn defense really work and really set them on their toes. You know, Woburn has a slight edge with a 7-3 mark, and Winchester has a 5-4 mark, but that really doesn't indicate what kind of a team Winchester is. Outside of 2 losses early in this year, Winchester is in the hunt for the Middlesex League title.
Zizzi split to right, now he's in motion left, and this is Federa up the middle. He goes nowhere. Taking him down was number 32, Rob DeBerrio, 6', 190, took down Federa at the line of scrimmage.
But that's what you have to do. You have to wrap him up. If you want to bring a guy down like Frank Federa, you have to wrap him up and bring him down. All right, but you get some extra help. So what? As long as you bring him down.
I don't know which people have the advantage on a day like this. The big, heavy guys like a Federa, or the lighter kids, the 150-pounders who can really scoot around on the ice. Either way, it's a loss of about 1 there. It's going to be 2nd and 11. Federa now is in the backfield along with Elinato. They're trying the option left, and Brooks is going nowhere, and he is taken down again very easily by Dennis McGrath, his second big hit of the day.
Well, Dennis McGrath is coming up big. I mean, Dennis McGrath has made some big stops all year long. Again, he's not doing anything differently than he's done all season long.
I gotta wonder too if these players read it in the papers, you know, oh, the Winchester secondary is no good. Mark Sullivan comes up and just throws a hit. You wonder if that's he's reading it, he's hearing about it, he's sick of it, and he just drills a guy to start the play.
Absolutely. I mean, these kids don't not read the newspapers because they do, and they see the press clippings and they want to make their impression felt.
3rd and 12, and Brooks, he's looking for Murphy. Murphy makes the grab down around the 10. It's going to be depending on the spot here. Brad Murphy, the junior tight end, made a nice catch from Brooks there. Picked up 11, and if it's 12, it'll be enough for a first down. It's going to be very close.
Again, that's a nice read by Scott Brooks, looking for the open receiver, and he finds Brad Murphy. That's called timing, and when you have the perfect timing, you make plays like that.
4th down and about a yard to go. 2:26 to go. Winchester was stopped on its first attempt on 4th down earlier, but they got the ball right back on the pass interception by Scott Brooks. Now it's 4th and 1. It should be. Scott Penn is in the backfield. Big number 58. Look for this play here. It's the fridge in the backfield. It's a fumble, and it's recovered by the Tanners. Doesn't matter either way because they would have had the ball, but Derek Bruno comes up with a fumble.
Well, he made it happen. I mean, he popped it. He made the Winchester defense miscue on the play, and Bruno comes up with the ball and puts Woburn in pretty good field. It puts Woburn in good shape to try to get down the field and put some points on the board. This isn't going to be a high-scoring game, Jimmy, by any means, because both defenses are strong and are able to control the ball. I think 6 points is going to be the difference in this game.
That was my prediction. 19-13, Winchester. Here we go now. Boutwell bringing his team out again. First down. He's down around the 11-yard line. They got about 89 yards to go. He's got Driscoll in motion. Now Joey calls him back, and he skids the other way. Driscoll takes the pitch right. He's got running room. He gets outside. Finally, Mark Sullivan is out there to take him down. Driscoll picked up about 7 or 8 yards.
What makes that play work is the guys up front. They open up the holes. When the holes are opened up, and Nathan Driscoll is one of the better running backs, he finds that opening, he takes advantage of it. And also another thing that Winchester needs to do is they need to step up their game on defense. They need to get in there, make some more big hits.
2nd down and about 3 here, up at the 18-yard line. The line to make is the 21. He's got Nathan Driscoll again behind him. Boutwell with Simpson split to the wide right. Now in motion. Look at Boutwell just fighting his way through. He's getting up toward a first down. He's taken down by Federa. Looked like a broken play the whole way, but it might have been intentional.
But yeah, hey, a broken play, if it works, you take advantage of it. But Boutwell did a nice thing, though, Jimmy. He's patient and he's poised. He saw nothing was open. Rather than risk throwing the ball, he took advantage of the opportunity and possibly got a first down. I think they did get the first down.
Gonna call it 3rd and about 2 feet they got to get here. They got to get across the 21. They're just over the 20 right now. Boutwell's got all sorts of weapons here with Simpson splitting to the left. He's got Reardon in the backfield with Massinanti and Nathan Driscoll.
And this is where the Sachem's defense, especially in the secondary, has got to be very careful.
They didn't do anything except let Boutwell keep it right up the middle for an easy first down.
Well, you knew they weren't going to do anything risky with 3rd down and less than 2 yards to go. I mean, they were going to do the safe thing. But what I'm trying to say is that Boutwell's got to be Boutwell is going to throw the ball. He's going to test that secondary, and this is where the defense has to really step up. The guys on defense in the secondary have to really be careful.
First down for the Tanners. They're up to about the 22 and a half, 23-yard line. Simpson splits to the left. Reardon goes out to the right wearing number 3. Driscoll in the backfield. And more splitting out involving Ingalls and Massinanti with now Boutwell from the shotgun. First down with Federa blitzing. He doesn't get through, but the rest of the Sachem line does. That was John Levitt on the blitz, and he got him down easily.
Well, that was a designed play by John Levitt and the coaching staff. There was nothing open. Boutwell took too much time to get rid of the ball, and John Levitt took advantage of it and was right there to make the play.
Well, that was a respect factor there. Federa blitzed through the middle as a end of the first quarter here. So we're going to take a break. We're going to come back and bring you the final 30 minutes of this game. Scoreless at the end of 1.
The senior class is rehearsing hard on the hilarious comedy Charlie's Aunt by Brandon Thomas.
Who's that? The girls. The girls. Charlie's aunt can't come.
Can't she? I'll go take these off.
No, they won't stop if you do.
Won't stop? What do you mean?
You must be Charlie's aunt.
Me? No!
Show them in, Brassett.
Ah, you got back. So glad.
Yes, you've been longer than we intended, but Amy wanted to get some flowers for Charlie's aunt. Has she come?
Yes, has she come? I hope she's come.
Oh, yes. She's come.
Donna Lucia, Miss Beddew, Miss Verdun, Donna Lucia Dalvadores, Charlie's aunt.
Go on, say something. How do you do, my dears?
We called upon you before, Donna Lucia, but you hadn't arrived.
And we've brought you these beautiful flowers.
Oh, thank you.
I hope your journey from town hasn't tired you.
Oh, no. It was rather jolly. Pleasant, I mean. The deuce am I to do with these things?
Stick them in your dress.
Please come and be a part of our audience. Show dates are December 5th and 6th at 7:30. Tickets are $5 and senior citizens are always free. Thank you.
Welcome back to Connolly Stadium in Woburn. This is the 92nd Winchester-Woburn Thanksgiving Day football game. They've actually been playing against each other for 105 years. They've been playing on Thanksgiving morning since 1928. Woburn, with Todd Beltwell at quarterback, is facing a second down and about 18 after the sack by John Levitt of Winchester. This is Boutwell rolling out for Dara, giving chase to Boutwell, and it's Mark Sullivan with another big hit. Gain of about 1 there for Boutwell.
Well, Mark Sullivan's tired of reading about, the Winchester secondary, the Winchester defense being weak. He wants to make the impression saying, hey, Winchester's defense is just as tough as the Woburn defense, and he makes his presence felt. That's 2 blocks now and 2 good, strong hits that Mark Sullivan has made.
Boutwell was running for his life from Frank Federa from Winchester. I think Winchester's...
I'd be running for my life, too, if Frank Federa was chasing me.
You're looking at Cheapskate Hill, which is no longer free. It's $1 this year for Cheapskate Hill. One of the great bargains in the Winchester-Woburn history is now $1.
How can they charge $1?
They're charging $1. I can't believe it. It's going to go to the press box, though, honestly. This wonderful press box that we have here, although we will have within a year or so.
So when we come back in 2 years, the press box will be built.
Absolutely right. The press box was burned down in the middle of the sports season this year. It was one of the really ugly incidents involving, I don't know, somebody lit the thing on fire. Why would anyone do that? I have no idea. Well, we're getting a break today with sunny skies. It was expected to be, I think, a lot colder than it is here today. There's an excellent crowd, as usual, for Winchester-Woburn. It's not for a Super Bowl berth, but it's Winchester-Woburn.
But, a lot of people don't think of it as a Super Bowl berth. People just come out and watch this great tradition between 2 good schools and 2 well-coached teams, Jimmy.
Third, and a full 20 yards to go, and let's see the Air Tanners at their finest here with Boutwell back. He's got about 14 receivers. He's looking for Simpson. Simpson's got a beat on it, and it is knocked away by Nick Danella from Winchester. I'll tell you what, that might have been better knocked away than intercepted because they got to force him to punt on a slippery, icy field here.
And they could get very good field position, especially with the field conditions. But Nick Danella did a nice job of staying with the receiver, turned at the right time, and broke up the play and forcing Woburn to punt. And perhaps Winchester's going to get great field position.
Number 42 there, John Simpson. Boy, he's got some beautiful size at 6'2", 190 pounds. He looks even bigger or taller.
He's got some speed, too.
Yeah, he got outside pretty easily there. Massinanti, the do-it-all man for the Tanners, is back to punt. Let's see what the footing is like here. Low snap, a little bit of pressure, and not much of a punt. Gets a Tanner roll, but even with that, it's only up just over the 40 of Woburn. So rolls out to about the 43. John O'Zizzi was back to catch it if it was anywhere near him. He didn't want any part of it.
Well, they got Winchester got a nice roll. They got themselves into pretty good field position for the offense.
Third crack at it for Winchester in the scoreless game with 9 minutes, 10 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Well, Jimmy, did you expect anything different in this game? Early in this game, a 0-0 score between 2 good schools?
Well, see,
I didn't.
I didn't come by and take a look at the field yesterday. I just assumed that it snowed the night before, that it would be fine. I was shocked to see the ice on the field when we got here. Zizzi was in motion. Now it's Elinato, his first carry, getting outside to the right. He gets 5, gets about 5 yards before he is taken down over there by 53. Parziale with his second tackle of the game.
Well, that's what Jim Alanado does so well. He can cut and he can slash very well. What you think is a possible loss, he turns into maybe 5, 6, 7-yard gains, and that's what you want.
We haven't seen much of the option yet today. We've seen maybe 1 or 2 carries where it didn't really work well. This is McGeehan split left, and in motion is Brian Dontremont. The give is to no one. Brooks is still keeping it, and nice move by Scott Brooks. Up over the 35 to the 34. He's going to be about a yard short of the first down. Second, third, and fourth effort by Scott Brooks.
Scott Brooks shows some agility with that. With 2 guys on him, he still made something happen.
They're going to need about a yard here. They're going to get down inside the 33-yard line. Very nice running there by the Sachem's senior quarterback.
Again, the field comes into a play where the defenders weren't able to really get a hand on Scott Brooks. The field, again, plays a factor in this because the guys didn't have the footing.
Third down, full house backfield here with Federa, Alanado, and Zizzi, and McGeehan split to the right. And Brooks calling signals, gives to Alanado. He stopped at the line of scrimmage. 3 Tanners were in on that play, including number 22, Ingles, and number 77, John McGuire. Sorry about that.
That's okay. I don't think Jim Alanado really got his footing on that. Again, I think he just slipped a little bit, and the Woburn defense was right there to make the stop. And we have a timeout by the Sachems.
Yeah, we're just going to take a timeout. This will be their third, 4th down, and go for it, 4th actually, attempt to go for it on 4th down. And they have been unsuccessful once, and then they fumbled once. And now, again, good field position down around the 34-yard line, so they're not risking a whole lot if they don't make it.
No, it's a 4th down and 1 situation. It's just a situation what John Donahue wants to run. Does he want the quarterback, Scott Brooks, to run it up the middle? Does he want to give it to Federa, or does he want to give it to Alanado? He's got to think of the possibility. I kind of think he might go with quarterback Scott Brooks for that 1 yard.
Scott Brooks on the season came into the game with 308 yards rushing. Federa 344. And Alanado, the big play man, was 792. He also had the bulk of the carries. Well, I like Mark Sullivan here. He's got 1 carry for 25 yards. This is a pretty good average.
Why not?
4th down and about 2 for the Sachems. Brooks calling signals, full house backfield, no receivers. Brooks gives it to Alanado. Looks like he's got it. He's up. Now he fumbles it. Which way is it going? Alanado got the first down and then fumbled the ball. Coming up with it was number 30.
12, Eric Sherry.
Eric Sherry came up with it. Good call. Thank you, Al.
No problem. It looked like Alanado may have coughed the ball up just a little bit as he hit the ground, but I think Sherry threw a little extra hit in there, and that forced the ball to come loose and put Woburn in good field position.
So 1 interception for the Tanners, 2 fumbles for the Sachems, both on 4th and short, interestingly enough. And now it's a first down with 7:32 to play in the first half of the Tanners. They're down at about the 31-yard line, and Boutwell calling signals. His tailback Driscoll slips, gets a couple of yards before he is taken down by McGonigal.
Well, I think that was just a very safe and cautious play. Just see what you can get out of it, and then wait for the next call by Rocky Nelson and his coaching staff. You know, Woburn has a multitude of different things that they can do. They can spread their offense, they can throw the ball, they can run, you know, they can do so many different things. And this is what Winchester has to be leery of, especially in their secondary. 2nd and 8 now as Simpson goes left, ran it to the right, Ingles in the slot right. Backfield is Driscoll, back to pass is Boutwell. He's got Simpson wide open, but just threw a little bit behind him. And again, the field conditions, Simpson could not slide back to make that catch. I think that's what Boutwell had intentions of. He thought Simpson would be able to keep his footing, be able to wait for the ball and make the play. But Simpson just unfortunately couldn't come up with it with the field conditions.
It's going to bring up a 3rd down and about 8 yards to go for the Tanners.
You know, so far in this game, I think the Winchester defense has done a nice job of being aware of what Boutwell can do, and they're right there making the stop. This could be the big play.
3rd down and 8 with Simpson to the near side right, far side left is Ingles. Looked like he was in motion, got away with it. The pitch goes to Driscoll, and it's strung out very nicely by the Sachems. Was that Mark Sullivan again? No, it was Federa was under there that time, along with Mark Sullivan to make the hit, keep the string out. Good play.
Well, Boutwell knew he wasn't going to be able to make a long play. He tried to get something out of nothing. But it was a good reactional play by Frank Federa. And that's why Frank Federa is a good football player. Not only can he do offense well, but he plays defense well. He reads the defense as well. He knows instinctively where to go to make the play.
That almost seemed like the Sacers knew exactly what play was coming. That's the old Flutie shuffle pass there.
Every high school runs it.
Okay, this is Massananti back to punt for the second time. Not much of a rush, not much of a punt by Massananti. Just can't get the footing. Winchester players want to just get away from that ball. It is down on the Woburn side of midfield by number 82, Dennis McGrath. So Winchester for the, fourth time now with excellent field position in this game. They've got to take advantage of this field position before halftime.
You can only get so much field advantage and not take advantage of it before the other team gets the momentum and turns things around. Here's some interesting statistics. In the Woburn High School 10-game statistic, I mean, you've got some really incredible numbers here. You got a tie on the first downs of 115 apiece. Jimmy, I'll get back to that in a minute.
Okay, this is Elinato out to the right side. Can't get past the last hit. Number 5, Mark Weissman, the starting safety, was up to make the play.
Going on here, just looking at this on passing yardage, Woburn has 1,474 yards. The opponent has 976. That's an incredible number.
Elinato picked up about 6 yards on that rush, 5.5, 6 yards. It's going to be down to about the 43-yard line. There's going to be another timeout here, and some other of those interesting numbers there. Of course, Boutwell needs just 16 yards by our count at this point to get over that 1,500 mark.
And looking at Nathan Driscoll, who we saw a few minutes ago, he has 271 yards on the season. He's averaging about 4.7 yards per game, which says a lot about this team of Woburn and Rocky Nelson and his coaching staff.
Well, of course, Boutwell would be the leading rusher by a lot, but he's got 22 sacks in which he's lost nearly 200 yards to go with his 200 yards of rushing.
Well,
so he's actually up around 400 yards.
You know, we're talking about Woburn and we're talking about the coaching staffs. I mean, Rocky Nelson has been here forever, and he's always had good football teams. He knows how to cultivate football players. He's had some great quarterbacks. He's had some great running backs. He's just had some great football players. The one that stands out in my mind, Ron Harvey.
Ron Harvey moved along this year up to Merrimack College, their new Division II football program up there. They lost him, but in his place they brought back John O'Reilly, who is dad of Mike O'Reilly, whose record, incidentally, Mr. Boutwell, Carl Boutwell is also a coach. Todd Boutwell is chasing. 2 more touchdown passes, he'll tie Mike O'Reilly. Second down now and about 5 minutes Sachems. This is Zizzy, and he is taken down in the backfield. Great play there by number 30, Derek Bruno. And you know what? Derek Bruno was actually blocked into that tackle by a Winchester lineman.
Just a miscue. I mean, he tried to cut it back and he tried to make something happen, but Bruno was right there making the play. But Bruno seems to be the leader on this defense. Bruno seems to be in on every play, every time something's going on. He's making it happen.
Sachems now back toward midfield. They're at about the 47. They've got to get down inside the 40. This is Brooks all day to pass it. He's looking for McGeehan, and McGeehan is not able to make the play. Eric Sherry with his 4th good defensive play of this game.
Eric Sherry stayed right with Dave McGeehan, stride for stride, made the play. Didn't come up with the ball, but he did the key thing. He knocked it down and stayed right with his defender, Dave McGeehan.
With about 4:37 to play in the half, you know, I like the idea. If there was a little less time, maybe a minute or 2 left, I'd think about a fake punt here. But probably in a scoreless game, we're thinking Bill Parcells, Denver Broncos. We're thinking all those things, and probably not going to happen.
It's too risky.
Rosillo is back to punt for the Sachems. Good snap to Rosillo, and he booms one. Whoosh, did he get into that ball. Fair catch is called for by Driscoll down around the 21, 22-yard line, and he immediately shakes his head. He's not happy that he made the decision to call the fair catch, but he did. And
he did the wise thing. Why risk it? Why have the ball come loose? Give Winchester another opportunity to perhaps get good field position and go in for a score. Play it cautious.
So it's actually inside the 20 at around the 17.5, the 18-yard line. It's a little tricky to tell what yard line is what yard line on this ice-covered field here.
But Jimmy, you're doing a great job with it.
Tanners with 4:31 to play in the half are going to look to get something going offensively. Scoreless game here on the Game of the Week. Channel 6 in Woburn, TV 19 in Winchester. Happy to bring you this 92nd annual Winchester-Woburn Thanksgiving Day football game. Boutwell with 5 receivers and Driscoll in the backfield. And he's looking for, that could be a holding call, but it is not called against Winchester. Dennis McGrath was hung up big time by Zizzy, or Campbell rather.
Well, that wouldn't have been a holding call because he really didn't hold on to him for that long.
I know there's all sorts of rules, you know, I know soccer better than football. I know there's all sorts of rules about what you can do within 5 yards of the line of scrimmage, and you can kick them and slash them and hit them and do what you got to within 5 yards. And after that, it's supposed to be hands off. I don't know.
Well, you got the veteran out there, Gene Smith, as we said. 40 years of officiating, 20 years in this game. He's going to let the kids play, and that's what it's all about.
Boutwell on the quarterback draw, and he slips down and then is taken down. McGonigal again, and in that case, McGonigal was blocked into the quarterback Boutwell, but it's going to go as a loss. They're going to give him about a yard. Oh, that'll bring up 3rd and 9.
You know, both these teams are playing it close to the vest early in this game. Nothing. They don't want to do anything crazy or stupid that's going to turn this game around. They play it very careful and very cautious. You got 2 veteran coaches out here, and Rocky Nelson and John Donahue. They know what's at stake here. They're going to play it cautious into the vest until maybe the 3rd or the 4th quarter when they really open it up.
3rd and 9. Rhiannon split wide right, wide left. Far side is Simpson. Driscoll in motion. Massananti split left. They're looking for Driscoll. They find him, but the pass is thrown low by Boutwell. It was just about into the ground.
Well, I think a couple of Winchester players got into his face and didn't really allow him enough time to throw the ball.
Another punting situation as Winchester 3 and out they force. They could end up with better field position again. They could be inside the 50 once again with 3.5 minutes to play here in the first half.
Well, you know, that's why you have game films and you have game situations, and I think the coaching staff of Winchester went over all that stuff this week, and they really practiced that, and they put an emphasis on that, work on the defense, and they really have done a good job so far.
Massananti's 3rd punt attempt, a little bit better this time, and he gets a pretty good roll. It's going to cross midfield. It continues rolling. No flags down. It's down to about the 46-yard line, where it is covered by David Jamie. Winchester with 3:26 to play in the first half. We'll have another chance at, Al, what happened to our beautiful morning here? What's with the clouds?
I don't know.
I swear to God, in 15 minutes, it just went from complete sunshine to totally overcast. It's freezing the field back up. It's freezing the fans back up. What's going on here?
Well, that's what football's all about on Thanksgiving Day, right?
Yeah, being cold. I love it. So Winchester's going to start out on about the 46-yard line, their 5th possession of the first half. So far, nothing to show for it. Good two-way defensive game here, caused a lot by the field. Zizzy in motion, and they go on the reverse to Elinato. He's stopped by Rennell and then crushed by Massananti.
Massananti was right there to make the stop. Jim Elinato really didn't have an opportunity to really get his footing. If he had gotten his footing, he was able to get by him, I think he would have got some big yardage.
Possibly the best athlete on either team going at it there in Massananti and Brooks. Of course, Boutwell and Elinato, too, are very strong overall athletes. You look for them, be type of guys to make a big play on this field.
That's why this game is so evenly matched. You look at the statistics, you look at the numbers. Both these teams are pretty evenly matched, except for the records, Jimmy.
Loss of almost 5 yards on the play, back to about the 42-yard line. In motion this time, it's D'Entremont, and Brooks looking to pass. Heaves it up for McGeehan with another tremendous catch. McGeehan, no, he dropped it. They're saying when he turned over and hit the ground. McGeehan, I think he knows it. He comes up limping. Boy, Dave
that would
McGeehan
have been
shown
a
some
sensational catch. That's what Dave McGeehan's all about, coming up with the big catches. Everybody at home will remember the Burlington game when he made some spectacular catches that allowed Winchester to take home that victory. And this is not good right now.
No, McGeehan being helped off the field by Elinato and Danella. Donna Gildersleeve, the Winchester trainer, is out to greet him near midfield. Want to be careful because he looks like he's limping knee-wise.
I know Donna is a very capable trainer. She'll be right on top of that, looking at it right away.
Boy, just a spectacular attempt there by McGeehan. He had it, juggled. I think when he hit the ground, it just popped loose. Momentarily, one backside official saw it. The other had already given him the catch.
Well, you know it's good though. You have all the officials out there. They all looked at each other to make sure they made the right call, and that's what you want to do. You want to make sure that all the officials are in sync, making the right call.
3rd down and 5. The Sachems call timeout. I'm sorry, 3rd and 5 that's incorrect. 3rd and 15. They got a ways to go here. That would have been the play to get them close, but it's not going to happen.
You know, running down the records here, we see Reading is 6-0. We see Wakefield 7-1, Woburn 6-2, Winchester 5-4 coming into this game. I mean, it's been a balanced Middlesex league this year, Jimmy.
I think the team that probably, you know, covering sports for a few years like I have, you hear teams a lot of times say, you know, we're a lot better than our record, blah, blah, blah. Well, the one team that I've seen this year that probably is a lot better is Burlington. And I have a feeling that Burlington is going to hand it to Lexington Fierce this morning because they have
I would not want to be
luck.
down there watching that game because, you know, Burlington played Reading very, very tough. If there was one team that Reading probably feared this year, it had to be Burlington.
3rd and 15. The Saints need to get all the way down to the Tanner 43. This is a pitch for Elinato. It's strung out nicely, but he does turn the corner, and then he slides out of bounds up around the 46-yard line. Number 67, Rich Jocelyn, was there to force him out of bounds. Elinato got about 8 of it back.
When Jim Elinato has the time to cut, he does it well, and he turns it into 8 yards. That's what they're talking about. When Jim Elinato has the time and he has the speed and he cuts very well, he gets the big yardage that Coach Johnny was looking for.
4th down and 10 with 2:25 to play as the Tanners this time forced the 3 and out by Winchester. We have punting situation for Rosillo, who got a good one the first time and an even better one the second time over the head of Driscoll, and it checks up there. And it is down by Mike Doucette. How did he get down the field that quickly? Mike Doucette, the starting tight end for Winchester, just roared down the field.
Maybe skis.
Maybe skis. down at about the 15-yard line. Another terrific punt by Rob Rosillo, doing the job for the Sachems.
Well, he's been doing it all year long.
Let's see, that was from the 40. It's actually about a 45-yard boot. 1st down now, 2:14 to play before the half. Massananti actually takes a break. Derek Massananti has taken a break from this game. That's his first play on the sidelines. Boutwell, full backfield. He gives it to Driscoll, breaking it to the right. And Mark Sullivan, again with a tremendous hit on Driscoll.
I like this. That's what it's all about. Give him a nice little pop saying, hey, pal, you ain't getting by me. I'm going to give you a nice little pop to remember me by.
I know Mark and his whole family, because Andy, the great pitcher, who's now over at Boston College. I got to believe that Mark's going to have something to say to me about something I probably wrote in the paper this week about him getting burned.
Well, maybe he knows you're doing this game, and maybe he wants to set the record straight.
Mark Sullivan has come up with 2 of the real crunching hits. One on Massananti on the first play of the game for the Tanners, and just then on Nathan Driscoll. This is going to be a 2nd down. He did gain about 2 on the play. A 2nd down and 8 from about the, what is it, the 13-yard? No, about the 15, 16-yard line. 2-minute warning has occurred and gone, so it's 2 minutes to play in the first half. Scoreless game, and people's predictions of 36-34 are starting to go out the window here. This is Driscoll up the middle. Boutwell got hit late by McGonigal. He's looking for a call, and no, it was Federa that crushed him, actually, pretty late.
You won't see a call in that.
I had a talk with Federa this week. They have a history going back together, him and Boutwell. Freshman year, Federa broke Boutwell's wrist, actually. Boutwell's had a broken wrist, a broken ankle, and a broken leg, I believe. A broken finger. He's had it all in high school. Of course, he missed most of his junior year, as did Federa. This is a big payback game for them, and they're key players from both their teams. 3rd down now and about 4, maybe 5 to go here, and it is Federa's all over the backfield, and then coming in to finish him off was, guess who? Mark Sullivan. Federa lined him up, Sullivan finished him.
Mark Sullivan wants some good comments this week from you, Jimmy, and that's why he's doing this.
I'll tell you what, Mark Sullivan playing like a senior, but he's a junior, wearing number 14 for the Sachems. And my other pregame prediction about the black uniforms, that's not coming true either. I guess there's no mud whatsoever out there. It is just ice. 50 seconds remaining. Clock running here.
I'm really impressed with Mark Sullivan. He's really stepped up his game. He really worked hard this week in practice.
Let's see if they get the snap off, and they got away with having too many men on the field, did the Sachems. Another low punt there, and again, Winchester lets it roll. 30 seconds to play here, 29 seconds to play before halftime, and now it's going to be just maybe a little razzle-dazzle time for the Sachems. 50 yards to go, 29 seconds to do it.
You won't see them doing anything crazy or outrageous, I don't think, Jimmy. I think you'll see them do some things that'll get them some yardage, maybe get down the field, maybe possibly put themselves into field goal position, but that's about it. I don't see them doing something crazy.
Hope you're enjoying this Thanksgiving Day special here on the Game of the Week. Kathy Valeri, Rachel Sturgis, Bobby Andrews, our three-person crew here, along with Al DiTullio, and I am Jim McKenzie. We're just over midfield. Sachem's got to go about 53 yards, and they got 29 seconds to do it before the half. The pass is just into no man's land, and it's intercepted by Ingles. Mike Ingles was just standing there. McGeehan never turned around to look for that ball.
I think Dave McGeehan was thinking one type of offensive play, while Scott Brooks was thinking something else, and Ingles was right there, doing what he was supposed to do, playing the position.
And well, Ingles, whatever he was reading, it was the same thing that Brooks was thinking, because McGeehan had broken free. He was gone. But anyhow, it's the Tanners with the interception. They're down around their own 43-yard line. They've got 23 seconds to go 57 yards to do something about it. It is not a day for field goals. It's a day for touchdown runs when you can outrun people. Driscoll in motion. They go to Driscoll. They tried that play earlier. It didn't work. Driscoll takes a hit, but comes back up. Oh, lucky break there for Winchester, and tough break for the Tanners. 16 seconds to play, and it looks like Winchester called the timeout. That's interesting. Oh, they pointed toward Winchester. Oh, maybe they were saying first down towards Winchester, but for
I believe it's a Woburn timeout.
Thank you, Al.
No problem.
I'm a mess here. They're down around the 43-yard line. They've still got a big chunk of real estate to cover in 16 seconds to do it.
We saw that burst of speed. We saw that burst of speed by Nathan Driscoll. I mean, that burst of speed. If the defender by Winchester wasn't there, I think it would have been 6 points for Woburn, and that would have been the first opportunity that Woburn took advantage of.
Scoreless game here, 16 seconds to play. The first half of this 92nd annual Thanksgiving Day football game between Winchester and Woburn.
And Coach John Donahue is talking to his players, saying, guys, drop back. Don't let them get anything. Don't let them beat you deep. Give them the short yardage, but don't give them the long stuff.
One thing we've yet to see is the real big throw out of Boatwell. We haven't seen the real monster yet. That play picked up 14 yards. One more pass reception, and Todd Boatwell will go over the 1,500-yard mark for the season. Boatwell now looking to pass. He's looking toward Rand, and he's got Driscoll wide open. Driscoll catches it. There's the 1,500. Taken out of bounds at about the 23 is Nathan Driscoll. And congratulations to Todd Boatwell from the Tanners. He's now over 1,500 yards for the season.
That's quite an accomplishment for a fine young man.
There are 8, I believe, seconds to play. Of course, the official time is kept on the field. It's time for probably a play. They got 23 yards to go.
It's always nice to see a high school athlete such as Todd Boatwell accomplish a great feat. Todd, congratulations.
Oh, of course, coming back from the injury, too.
Oh, absolutely.
And I really think that Boatwell and Federa's injuries were the real telling blows to their teams a year ago, when both teams suffered their worst years in well over a decade.
But isn't it ironic how one player can make a team?
High school football, sure.
Absolutely.
Sure.
I mean, it's incredible.
I don't think they'd have that impact at a collegiate scene or a professional scene.
No. But on the high school level, it's just amazing.
Well, here
the
we
sun
go.
came
There's
back out.
about 8 seconds to play. There's 4 receivers for Woburn. Boutwell back to pass. He's looking all the way toward Massinani, overthrown with about 3 seconds to play. They'll have time for another one. Massinani just screaming straight up the middle, double coverage for the
I think
Sachems.
John Levitt was right in his face and forced Boutwell to overthrow that ball with about 3 seconds to go. Hey, Jimmy, talking about the sun, it's back out again.
We like sun. Sun is good. So Winchester's won the last 2 of these games. Before that, you have to go back to 1983 to 1986, where Winchester won 4 straight. Other than that, it's been alternating every year, interestingly enough, on the opponent's home field. Winchester winning at home last year was the first time since 82.
They broke that jinx.
Yep. Okay, last play of the half here. 3 seconds to play. Boutwell calling signals. Got Driscoll in the backfield. He'll probably go in motion, and he does. Ingles split to the right. Simpson to the left. He's looking right. Watch out for Simpson, and it is just popped. That's going to be a defensive penalty, and the half cannot end on a defensive penalty. It'll be pass interference against Winchester, and it'll give the Tanners a shot from about to 10.
A good call by the officials. A great call by Chris Smith right on top of it. Saw it all the way, made the right call.
They're inside. They're down around the 7-yard line. Let's see how they choose to how they mark this off here. Do they mark it from the line of scrimmage or from the point of the foul? Woburn calls timeout. There's no time showing on the clock, and it's big play time coming right here.
It may be from the point of the foul, Jimmy.
So all these people that went screaming toward the concession stand
They're
for
coming
coffee,
racing back.
they just hit the brakes. They were wondering what's going on here.
Jimmy, anything can happen in high school football.
Anything can happen with no time left on the clock. Just ask Todd Boutwell, who did such a marvelous job at Melrose.
Tell me about it.
I was one of those guys who left at the half on that game, I'll have you know, and missed that play. I had to watch it on Channel 5. That was the 37-yard touchdown pass that Boutwell threw with no time showing on the clock, and then he hit the 2-point conversion too for the biggest play of the year and to win that game by 1 point. So it looks like they're down around the 7-yard line. They're going to have one crack at it, barring a defensive penalty.
Well, you're going to see the defense come up. The defense has got to come up strong. John Levitt's really got to come up strong and try to control that line.
And let's face it, this is where Winchester has struggled. They've had big play situations late in halves, late in games where
talk
teams
about
have burned
momentum
them.
lifters. This could be a momentum lifter for the Sachems.
They're lining up for a field goal. Don't trust it. Boutwell's holding. Massinani is back. I smell a fake. Let's see what happens here. It's Massinani. He's going to go for it, and his kick is good. Massinani with the field goal. I am really surprised that they didn't go for 7, but they'll take the halftime advantage.
I'm not surprised one bit. Rocky Nelson figures he can get 3 points. I'll take the 3. Why risk trying to throw it in the end zone and get nothing when I can come up with 3 points? It's a great call by Rocky Nelson.
3-0 lead. It could be 3 touchdowns the way this field is going. That is the way it is as the players head off to the locker rooms here on this cold Thanksgiving Day morning. It's 3-0 Woburn leading Winchester. We're going to come back and bring in a second half of action in the 92nd annual Woburn-Winchester Thanksgiving Day football game.
Math, a 4-letter word, right? Hey, you don't need that.
Why design the world's newest chips?
When you could be flipping the world's oldest burgers. Hey, wait a minute. This is math. Geometry, algebra.
No pocket protectors here.
But you're cruising without math. Yeah, right. Take a good look.
That's math staring back at you.
It's not a problem, man. It's an answer. Call NAC.
Welcome back to Connolly Stadium in Woburn, the 92nd Winchester-Woburn Thanksgiving Day football game. At halftime of this game, it's Woburn 3, Winchester nothing, and you can see that everybody comes out for this game. It doesn't matter. They put the injuries aside, whether they're cheerleaders or anyone else, and they just come out and do their thing. Winchester will be kicking the ball here to Woburn as we start this half, and it was just the Massinani field goal at the end of the first half was the difference in the scoreboard at this point, Al.
Nothing different than what I anticipated coming into this game. 3-0. Rocky Nelson went for the field goal. A good call by Rocky Nelson. I know you rather would have seen the 6 points, but it's still a good call by Rocky Nelson. He got some points on the board just to get some momentum going for his team.
Here we go. Starting the second half, 3-0 Woburn. It is being kicked off by DiCarlo, and quite a boot for DiCarlo. It's all the way down and goes out of bounds. Tough break for the Sachems right there, as that was a perfectly placed kick to the 5, but Ingles smartly let it squib out of play at the 5. It'll come up to, I think, about the 35-yard line where they're going to start. They'll get possession there.
Well, in the second half, 2 keys to the game. Winchester's defense will need to step up, especially John Levitt. They're going to have to really concentrate on John Levitt here in the second half. John Levitt's going to have a big second half for Winchester in order to win this game.
Ran into Mark Sullivan's older brother, Andy.
Did you read the articles?
Well, no, I don't think it has anything to do with that, but he was impressed too by his little brother's big first half there with the big pops. Now, what I would say is, if I'm Rocky Nelson, I wonder if I go in there and say, hey, their defense is gambling. They're coming up making big hits. Let's try a little fake and see if we can't spring someone deep. Todd Beltwell bringing it up. He's got all sorts of receivers. McGrath now comes in as tight end. Massinanti and Ingles split to the right. Simpson on the lone side to the left. And now it's Nathan Driscoll in motion. Boutwell is looking. He's got a flag down. He's got 17 people chasing him, and he throws short. Intended for Ingles, coming back with Zizzy all over his back there. I think it may be motion on the right wide receiver for the Tanners, and that is the call. It's going to be a 5-yard penalty. Winchester will have a decision here to go for 2nd and 10 or 1st and 15.
Well, that's just a mix-up in the backfield by the quarterback and the receiver. They just weren't on the same game page on that play. Well, when you're talking about whether Rocky Nelson takes a few more chances. When you're up 3-0, you take a chance like that. You let the Winchester team gamble, take the few chances. The opportunity presents itself, take advantage of it.
You know, the field is dried out slightly. They are going to go ahead and decline. No, they're going to take the penalty back to the 25-yard line. We're going to repeat first down. It's going to be 1st and 15. I don't know if I give Todd Beltwell another down in that situation, but I also don't know if that's the reason that I'm writing sports and talking about it and not drawing plays for John Donahue. So this is first down now and 15. Simpson now split right in. Nathan Driscoll in motion. It's a draw play for Boutwell, and he breaks loose. He's gone. Watch over Todd Boutwell's at midfield, the 45-40, and he is finally taken down by Mark Sullivan all the way down to the 30-yard line. Zizzy prevented the touchdown, and Mark Sullivan finished him. It's about a 55-yard run there by Todd Boutwell.
Well, give Derek Bruno a lot of credit for allowing Todd Boutwell to spring free and turn it into a big gain. That's what we talk about, making things happen. The guys up front, especially a guy like Derek Bruno, throwing the key block at a key situation that allows your quarterback to spring free and turn it into a big yardage.
All right, so I gave Boutwell about eight extra yards on that run because he slid so far, but either way, it's first down on the 33. So the Tanners hit him with a quick draw play for Boutwell to begin the second half. 1st and 10. The give is to Driscoll up the middle, dragged down by Federa. He does get about 5 or 6 yards out of the play. Nice second effort by Driscoll.
Well, they're just starting to find the little holes that we talked about. When you find those holes and they present themselves, the receivers and the backs will take advantage of it.
Call it a 5-yard pickup for Nathan Driscoll. It's going to be 2nd and 5 now, down inside the Winchester 30 at about the 28-yard line. Tanners leading the Sachems 3-0 here in this 92nd annual Winchester Woburn Thanksgiving Day football game. Split wide right is Mike Ingles. To the left is John Simpson. In motion again is Driscoll. Back to pass is quick hitter over the middle. Nice defense there. And the call is coming against Ryan Duffy, who thought all he got was the ball.
No, he was all over him. That's a good call.
They're going to call pass interference, maybe holding technically, against Ryan Duffy. It is pass interference on Duffy, the junior linebacker, outside linebacker for the Sachems. That's going to give a first down for Woburn, and the spot will be at about the 22-yard line.
As we mentioned early in this telecast, it's kind of a special game for one of the officials, Gene Smith, in his 40th year as an official, 20th on this Thanksgiving Day game. After this game, he'll be retiring. He's with his 2 sons, Chris and Andrew, who are also officials, and it's quite a thrill to be with your sons.
Reardon split to the right. Ingalls inside him. Massinani lines up as in a tight end position on the right-hand side. Simpson by himself on the left. Waiting for the play clock to start here. 8:37 to play in the game. In the third quarter, rather. 3-0 Tanners over the Sachems. First down and 10 at the 22-yard line. Boutwell from the shotgun calling signals. Looks like he changed the play. Rush is coming from Winchester, and Boutwell sprints out to the right. Mark Sullivan bumps him out. He picks up about a yard and a half on the play.
Well, Boutwell had nowhere to go because it was contained very well by the Sachems defense.
It did look like Boutwell changed the play at the line of scrimmage. Be interesting to see how that simple run up the middle, the draw play by quarterback Boutwell, changes Winchester's defensive alignment, because the immediate thing that they did right after that was go to the pass, and it seemed like the field was a lot more wide open for Boutwell and his receivers to operate.
If Winchester wants to get the momentum back, they need to make a big stick right now. Maybe go after the quarterback, force him to throw the ball, or perhaps come up with the ball.
2nd and 9. Driscoll in motion. Boutwell by himself in the backfield. Not much of a rush. Massinani's wide open. Touchdown, Tanners! Massinani up the middle. Lost his defender, Scott Brooks, and caught the easy 21-yard touchdown catch.
He made it look easy. It's just a great situation with quarterback Todd Boutwell to number 10, Derek Messianti. He does a great job of finding the quarterback. Why did that play work?
It did not work.
The play
did not work. No touchdown for the Tanners. There was a penalty on the play.
Oh, wow. I didn't even see the flag.
And is that ineligible man downfield or something?
I think that's what it is. Did you see the flag come down?
I didn't see the flag.
I didn't see it either.
I saw it.
It must have come down late.
No touchdown for the Tanners, so they're going to bring that back, and it's going to cost him yardage. There's a whole lot of discussion going on out in the field. I have no idea what the penalty was.
I think it could have been it's an ineligible receiver downfield.
Yeah, they started with the 5 receivers, and clearly another one went out.
Okay, Rocky Nelson is discussing it now as to why it's the ineligible receiver downfield. I think Rocky Nelson's got a legitimate beef on that one.
Well, take the 6 points off the board.
He would be an eligible receiver. And as I said, I think Rocky Nelson has a legitimate beef out there.
And is that a loss of down as well?
I believe it is.
I think it's 3rd and 15, it looks like to me here, from about the 25-yard line. They've got to get down to the 10. It is definitely 3rd down. 15 yards to go. It's a loss of down penalty. Now look at us, all sorts of scrambling in the Tanner backfield. Watch out for something special here. Simpson finally lines up wide right. Ingalls inside him. Massinani as the tight end. Driscoll in motion. And plenty of time as Boutwell goes deep. Massinani trying to make the catch in the end zone, but it's tipped away. 3 Sachems back there, and it was Zizzy.
Actually breaking up the play is number 7, Scott Brooks, right there playing it stride for stride, right there breaking up the play.
Zizzy was there, and also Mark Sullivan, as nobody was fooled for the Sachems there. Nice play by Scott Brooks, his second big defensive play of the game.
Outside of that flag, that still is a great play by Boutwell to Mescanti.
4th down now. They've got to get down to the 10-yard line. They've got about 15 to go. They're going to go for it. They're in that no man's land situation at around the 25. Boutwell with all the receivers. A shuffle play to Driscoll. This time it might work, but Federa snuffs it out. He knocks him out of play after about a 6-yard gain. They tried the shuffle pass again. It worked for a minute, but Federa showing excellent speed coming across and making the hit.
Give Todd Boutwell a lot of credit. He's got a lot of guts, a lot of poise, and a lot of confidence out there to make that shuffle pass opportunity come.
Winchester holds on 4th down. They got a break.
They caught a major
ineligible man downfield. But, you know, let's face it, ineligible man downfield means there was one extra guy that the Sachems were concerned with covering, and that could have been how Massinani sprung free, so we don't know that. It's going to be a 1st down around the 20-yard line for Winchester. 8:08 to play here in the 3rd quarter. 3-0 is our score for the Tanners. Federa now, and it's only about his 3rd carry of the game. He gets about 3. And he is taken down very easily by 32 Rob DeBerrio and Eric Rennell.
But you see that burst of speed? That's what I'm talking about with guys like with the guys like that. I mean, once they get that speed going, they're tough. Even though he got 3 yards, he still got something out of the play.
Well, Nelson told me before the game that he was concerned of Federa 3 and 4 yarding them to death, is how he put it.
You can kill a team by doing that.
Elinato split left on 2nd down and 7. Brooks to Federa. He's still on his feet. Gets 3, 4, 5 yards. Got about 4 out of the play. Good second effort by Frank Federa up to about the 27-yard line.
That's what makes Frank Federa a very solid back in the Middlesex League. What you think will not turn into a big play does turn into a big play on that 2nd and 3rd effort. We have an injured player.
I can't see who that is who's down on the field there, but he does not look comfortable. He is really moving like he's in a lot of pain for the Tanners. Officials are going to call timeout here with 7:16 to play. Both teams will have a chance to huddle up with their coaches.
You know, outside of the 3 points late in that first half, Jimmy, it's been a well-balanced game. It's been a game of defenses.
Dr. Barry Dorn from Winchester is out there. It's Bruno who's down on the field. Number 30, Derek Bruno, who is a junior fullback and linebacker, 5'7", 180 pounds.
You never want to see anyone get hurt or injured, especially on Thanksgiving or any day. And we hope that he's okay.
He's sitting up now, and he pops to his feet, looking just fine, is Derek Bruno.
That's very good to see.
So Bruno's going to come off now. It's going to be a 3rd and about 2, as Federa actually got 5 out of that, 8 in the 2 carries back to back.
Well, it's that second effort that's allowing Federa to get the yardage.
Federa in the backfield now, along with Zizzi wearing number 8, Elinato 28. Split wide left is Campbell. Let's watch him. They went to him earlier, and he dropped the ball wide open. This is Zizzi, and he just simply fell on the ice.
Again, as we talked about the first half, the field conditions playing a factor. Again, they play a factor, as he just slipped. And I think if he didn't slip, he possibly would have got the first down.
Punting team comes in for Winchester. Rob Rosillo doing the kicking today. He's got 2. Both of them are in the 40-yard area. He'll be kicking again with, there's not much of a wind here. He's just got better kicks off than the Tanners have. Rosillo now punting it. This is a low line drive. It carries deep. Rob Rosillo kicks it all the way back to the 20 where Ingles gets it. Sliding down the Winchester players. Finally taken down by Ryan Duffy.
And flags on the play.
That was Matt Hoagland, number 23, who went sailing past there. A flag did come down. Let's see what the call is. Looks like the call's going to go against the Tanners because they appear to be a little upset. Holding on the return. That's going to move them back even further. So that was about a 50-yard kick right there, about 52 plus the penalty, bringing up over 60-yard field advantage there for the Sachems. Good job by Rob Rosillo, who right now is their player of the game.
He's done it well. He's done it well all game long. I mean, he's gotten off some great punts. He's pinned the Tanners back deep every time he's been asked to punt the ball. And Winchester's in very good position right now. If the defense can hold, they can force Woburn to turn the ball over and get excellent field position.
Wow, they're really knocking him back all the way back to about the 8-yard line. It was a half the distance type of penalty there. The Tanners in the almost operating out of their own goal end zone here with 6:22 to play. They're leading 3-0, which so far has seemed to be a huge advantage. Look at Simpson, was almost uncovered there, and Winchester had to waste a timeout because of that. Simpson was split wide right. Jeff Davis at the last minute went flying over there, realizing that their big play receiver was uncovered. Another great crowd here. Woburn, Winchester, Thanksgiving
It's a great
football.
tradition. It's the 92nd meeting between these two great towns, Woburn and Winchester. Always a great football game, Jimmy.
I'm thinking it's about 105, 106,000 packed into the stadium here today. maybe closer to 4,000 or 5,000.
What do you got up on the hill there?
Hey, don't discount Cheapskate Hill. I can't believe they're charging for Cheapskate Hill. That kills me.
You had said earlier in this game that all that money is going towards building a new press box, and I hear it's going to be heated.
Ooh. Heat is good. All right, it's going to be first down now after the timeout for the Sachem. 6:22 to play. It's listed 4th and 10 on the scoreboard. That is incorrect. Boutwell to give to Driscoll. Gets 3 or 4 before he's taken down by Federa. Actually got about 5 with his second effort.
Basically, that was just a safe play just to get themselves out of the end zone, give Boutwell a little room to work.
It'll be 2nd and about 6 yards to go here, down about the 12-yard line. They've got to get up to about the 17, so it's 2nd and maybe 5 yards or so to go.
Again, the secondary's got to be aware of maybe a passing down situation, and they've got to be alert to that.
Well, one of the problems about the field is the majority of the ice is to the outsides where you would do a lot of your passing. The successful plays for the Tanners have been through the middle. This is a successful play for Ingles. Big hit there again by Mark Sullivan.
Again, Mark Sullivan
that was
making
Jeff Davis. Correction.
Again, correction, I'm sorry, that Jeff Davis has made a nice big hit again. But also an interesting thing is, I think Boutwell was thinking to go to Woburn's number 42, who was John Simpson, but he slipped. But number 22, Mike Ingles, was quick enough to get over there and make the play happen.
But that looked like a big gainer play there. Great play by Jeff Davis, staying home. And he really popped him, too. He got low, he took a bigger man, and he just knocked him off his feet.
As I said, I think intent, originally it was supposed to go to Simpson as he was split out on the other side of the field.
3rd down, 3 yards to go. A critical situation for the Tanners deep in their own end. Driscoll's in motion. Reardon is deep, and that ball is caught by Nathan Driscoll. He's going to step on everybody. Can he be caught is the question. He's finally taken down by Scott Brooks. No flags on the play, and a big play out of the backfield for Nathan Driscoll.
Well, Todd Boutwell picked apart the secondary of the Sachems. This is something we talked about in this game in the first half. We talked about key situations. Winchester secondary, a little suspect, and Woburn took advantage of it.
30-yard pass play there for Woburn down to the Winchester 40-yard line. That was one of those big plays that they really need to make, and they made it. It was Driscoll out of the backfield, picked up about 30. He was caught by Scott Brooks. Driscoll again in motion. That has been a problem. Now it's Boutwell on the draw, and this play's been successful, and it is again. Boutwell escapes the hit by Elinato and scoots out of bounds after gaining 14.
Boutwell took advantage of an opening, and he made it happen.
They're going to mark him down at about the 26, 25-yard line almost.
Winchester can ill afford to have a touchdown scored on them right now, and it would be 10-0. The defense needs to come up with some big plays as there's a timeout on the field.
3-0 lead for the Tanners here. Sachem called timeout. That was a 15-yard pickup by Todd Boutwell.
Well, that's a good timeout for Coach John Donahue to talk to his defense. Hey, guys, you're allowing things to happen that you shouldn't be happening. You have to tighten up, and you have to play a stronger defense. And you have to play the defense that you played in the first half, and you contained Woburn to only 3 points.
That's John O'Reilly in the middle of your huddle there, going over some potential plays here on 1st down when they come back out. They've got the offense in gear. They're starting to move it a bit. Passing is working and running is working. And the cheerleaders are giving out the 50-50 number because the sound system has broken here. That's classic. That's good improvisation.
I was looking for Ozzy to sing Melancholy Baby.
He already sang it. You missed it.
Did I miss it?
I don't know. 1st down around the 26. We'll call it a 14-yard pickup there for Boutwell. 1st down on the 26, and another timeout is called by Winchester. They're down to just 2 timeouts remaining, and there's 4:23 to play here in the second and the third
Coach
quarter.
John Donahue did not like what he saw in the defensive scheme of Winchester, and he wants to talk things over. This is a crucial situation now for the Winchester Sachems. If they allow Winchester to go in and score, it's a 10-0 game, and then it becomes a real uphill battle, Jimmy.
So my big question is, why is it that whenever we show the cheerleaders, they stop moving for the only time? Happens every time.
Because they're camera shy.
Without fail. Well, the Tanners definitely have the wheels spinning now, and they're causing problems for Winchester. This is the offense that we came to expect to see from Woburn all season long. They've piled up some impressive numbers, almost 200 points. This point, they got 190.
I told you that field goal late in the game would change things around, and I think I'm right.
Woburn brings it up finally back to play here. 3-0 lead, 4:23 to play here in the third quarter. Number 22 is Ingles, split right. Now Driscoll goes, that looked like 2 men in motion. They missed it though. Ball well over the middle, Scott Massanini, he drops it. It was a touchdown pass to Derek Massanini, and he just plain dropped it. Cold fingertips, I would imagine.
He had him right on the fingertips. I mean, he couldn't have executed it any better than that.
These teams are so similar that each team has had a touchdown pass drop too. It's going to be 2nd and 10. Again, there were several options open there for Boutwell. Winchester just really looking a little confused defensively right now.
Well, that's why Coach Johnny Hugh took the 2 timeouts, to make sure that his team understands what Woburn's throwing at them, so they can read the offensive scheme.
2nd and 10, Boutwell from the shotgun. Driscoll stays in to block. Step up by Boutwell was a nice play. A nice tip away by Scott Brooks there. Massanini was open at the 10. He was about to haul that in, and from out of nowhere, Brooks just tipped it away.
Scott Brooks showing some great defensive abilities.
Yeah, Scott really is making an impact here, and this is standard operating stuff for Donahue. A lot of times he doesn't like his quarterback to play all season in the defensive backfield. Quarterbacks in high school, let's face it, tend to be your better athletes. And but in this big game, I remember he brought out Sullivan last year. He brings these guys out and gives them a lot more PT. Not that he's not concerned about him not getting hurt, but he doesn't have to be thinking to next Saturday is my quarterback going to get hurt.
This is the last game. Pull out all the stops and see what happens.
3rd down and 10, 4:09 to play. All sorts of movement here for the Tanners. They end up with Simpson lining up as the tight end, and Ingles split wide right. The dump off goes incomplete. It was intended for Driscoll out of the backfield. They've run that a couple times. It's worked 1 out of 3 times now.
And on the stop was number 51. It looks like Amos Ragnella. Great job. I mean, he just read it very well. It was right in there to make the stop on Boutwell and force up. And 4th down, right, Jimmy?
It is 4th down. They still have a full 10 yards to go. 4:05 showing on the clock here. Winchester needs a big play here. They can't give it up. They want to stay in this game. Simpson split left, Reardon to the right. 3 in the backfield, now 1 in the backfield as everyone goes in motion. It's Boutwell from the shotgun. He's got time. He's going deep for Reardon. Reardon, touchdown! Woburn Tanners! Reardon on the 25-yard touchdown reception on 4th and 10.
Pure concentration by Michael Reardon. That's all that was, just concentration. Even with a receiver hanging on him, he came up with the play.
Boy, John O'Zizzi was there the whole time. The ball seemed to be late being thrown.
And there's a flag on the play. No, actually, they're going to put it away. It looked like it was a flag.
If there was a flag, it was a celebration flag. That's
right.
all, because there definitely was nothing on the play. So that's the first touchdown of the game. It brings the score to 9-0 in favor of Woburn over Winchester here. 3:55 to play.
Well executed again. I mean, Boutwell has a lot of patience, a lot of poise. He waits for his receivers to come open. What I liked about the play was that Michael Reardon stayed right where he was supposed to stay.
Touchdown is good. And then the penalty came for unsportsmanlike conduct against the Tanners. That's a terrible call.
Oh, yeah, I don't like that call at all. I mean, you're taking the team away from celebrating after a touchdown.
It's a ridiculous call brought on by television and
you know what?
The things they do in college, and it's stupid.
In high school football, they need to reevaluate that.
All right, Massanini on for the extra point attempt with Boutwell to hold, and that ball is through the up. No good. No, it is wide, I guess. I couldn't see from this angle.
He just hooked it.
He hooked it wide, so that leaves the score 9-0, and that's a ray of hope there for the Sachems. 3:55 to play. They are trailing 9-0 to Woburn. 25-yard touchdown pass from Boutwell to Reardon on 4th and 10.
By no stretch of the imagination are the Sachems out of this football game at 9-0. We know how explosive the Sachems are, Jimmy. We've seen them play all year long. Got a lot of guts, a lot of pride. This team can respond. They need to get the offense going.
Last time they played this game 2 years ago, very similar conditions, freezing cold out, 20-7, 4 minutes to play in that game.
And things turned around in an awful hurry.
Winchester ended up pulling it out 21-20. Ron Hall had the 50-yard punt return, and then who caught that touchdown pass? Tight end. Greg, was it Greg Miles?
I
caught
believe
the tight
it
end
was.
pass in the corner of the end zone. The touchdown pass to win the game for the Sachems.
And that's a game that people still talk about today. I know I came in and a couple people were talking about that game. They were saying, is it going to happen again? So it's fresh in people's minds.
Okay, the result of the celebration penalty means that the Tanners will kick off from the 25. That's a major penalty, a 15-yarder. I hate that call. This is going to be Jeff Davis, takes it at about the 35. He's got a little bit of blocking, breaks through one, and he is taken down by number 5 and number 24. 5 is Weissman, and 24 is Kevin McKenna making the play. Kevin McKenna has been one of the standout players all year on special teams.
The viewers at home can see what kind of condition the field is in. Jeff Davis did a nice job of keeping his feet planted, even though he couldn't really get the footing. What he did nicely was he kept the ball to his chest so he wouldn't have it come loose, something that Winchester has been the victim of.
Yeah, Winchester's fumbled it twice. The Tanners have been intercepted once. Winchester 1st and 10, and Brooks a good job just to keep his feet. He's going deep for McGeehan. McGeehan is picked off by Eric Sherry. What a fabulous play by Eric Sherry. My goodness, what a catch by Eric Sherry, number 12 of the Tanners.
Eric Sherry played it well. He played the man and he played the ball very well.
Oh my, the Tanners coming up big right there.
I told you that field goal was the key in this game. When Rocky Nelson elected to go for the field goal, it gave them the momentum that they needed.
That is as good a catch as I have seen all season, and it came from the defender.
It's a sensational catch. That's what it is.
They gotta, you know, it goes almost as a punt is the only optimistic way the Sachems can look at that. It's all right, so we went 3 and out and punted. Timeout's gonna come right here. An official's timeout, I believe. They're down at about the 23-yard line where they'll be bringing it out. Officials timeout, 3:40 to play.
And while we have this opportunity, we want to wish everyone a very nice holiday season.
Oh, and whoa, God, you reminded me. Sal's going to kill me. Sal Razio down at Gloria Foods in Winchester, right near the Winchester-Woburn line. It's been good enough to not only donate the Player of the Game trophy for the Winchester side, but also for the Woburn side. And we'll be picking that player later in the game.
And we also want to thank him for all the food that he gave to us during the course of the year. Sal, thanks a million. The pizza was great.
Okay, Boatwell now, he's looking, he's got Driscoll again, and Driscoll's in the open. Here goes Driscoll, he's up around the 45-yard line before he's taken down by Danella.
Again, it's just a question of Woburn exploiting the Winchester secondary. They're taking the Winchester secondary apart. The coaching staff needs to make some adjustments fast.
Yeah, I don't think it's, these aren't secondary receptions necessary. These are the ones that are coming right at the line of scrimmage. That little dump pass has worked very well for the Tanners.
I kind of think that maybe they know there's a weakness in the secondary, so maybe Winchester's trying to compromise in that secondary to protect that secondary, and therefore they're allowing the short passes to happen because they're trying to contain the secondary.
That's another 25 call, a 27-yard pickup for Driscoll. Brings the ball to midfield where it's 1st and 10 for the Tanners, leading 9-0, 3:15 to play in the 3rd quarter. Boatwell again, quick hitter to Massanani, picks up 5 immediately, breaks a couple tackles, gets it up for very close to a 1st down. Massanani broke 2 tackles, was finally taken down by Mike Doucette, 84 for the Sachems. They're going to measure. No measure. They're going to call it 2nd and about a foot to go here. They've got to get it over the 40. This is dangerous time. They can try any play in their book right here. Simpson splits to the right. And it's the quick hit up the middle. Boatwell on the keeper for the 1st down. Gains about 2.5 or 3 yards.
Well, I'm starting to see that Woburn is taking control of this game. I mean, they're just wearing down the Winchester defense.
1st down for the Tanners will be down around the 37-yard line. Winchester needs a big play somehow here on defense or something.
Let me ask you a question, Jimmy. I think you might try blitzing. Maybe go after the quarterback just to take him off his stride a little bit.
It worked in the 1st half, but let's not forget, Winchester had all those great field position situations. Boatwell, that ball is deflected.
And there's a flag on the play.
And he got hit hard by Federa after it, but there could be holding coming up here on Scott Brooks. That flag came down very quickly from the side judge. See if we can figure out what the call is. Preliminary indication is that it is against Woburn, and it is. That's going to march them back if the Sachems choose to take the penalty. We're talking about it right now. It would be... I don't understand the yard markers by any means there. It would be...
I don't think anyone does in high school football.
1st and 15. They're going to march it back 5 yards.
But because they're going to still keep it first down in about 15.
First down 15 up around the 42-yard line. You know, someday I got to figure out what all these little hand signals mean. I mean, everybody was watching this knows, and I don't even know what the penalties are.
That's an illegal motion.
I know the difference between a direct kick and an indirect kick.
It's illegal motion.
Massanani is in motion right now. Boutwell looking to throw to Reardon. He finds him. Reardon, nice job keeping his feet. Taken down finally by Zizzy. Down to the 30-yard line. Picked up about 13 of the 15 needed.
He does a good job of keeping his feet planted, turning himself around just as the ball was coming. Reardon was right there. Makes a nice catch.
Woburn's just doing a better job of adapting to the field conditions here. Simpson split right with Ingalls. Nobody to the left. It's Massanani on the run this time. He is stopped by Ryan Duffy at the line of scrimmage. He did not get a first down. It's going to be 3rd and 1 or 2 yards to go.
Big situation again presenting itself to the Sachems. The Sachems need to come up big and stop the Tanners if they want to get back into this game, because it's becoming late now, Jimmy.
1:15 clock running. Winchester comes in with its 3rd down short yardage defense. It's 3rd down. They need to get about 3 down to about 2 down to the 18. Boutwell on the call, and he's looking past. He's got Ingalls wide open. He uses Reardon, and he can't hang on. Reardon was defended by John O'Zizzy, number 8 for the Sachems. It's going to be a 4th down and 2.5 yards.
O'Zizzy's done a great job. I mean, he's staying right with his receiver. Forced him to force the play to go awry and force a 4th down. Do they go for it?
I think you have to in this situation here. You're down at the 30-yard line. You're not risking a whole lot. You're up more than a full score. Even with a 2-point conversion, you're up 9-0. They will go for it. Boutwell in the backfield. This is where they've run the quarterback draw in the past. Simpson, Driscoll in motion now, and they're looking for Driscoll. It's batted away. What a superb play coming across by Ryan Duffy for the Sachems.
Ryan Duffy's made big plays all year. That's probably one of the biggest plays in this game. Right there at the right time, bats it away.
Boy, I'll tell you,
I think
Ryan
he was
Duffy,
looking for the interception.
You know, he's making a kind of do-or-die play right there. He's diving full out. It's like a center fielder deciding to either dive and catch it or just play it on the hop. If he doesn't catch that or knock it away, it's 6 the other way. It's a touchdown for the Tanners.
It's instincts.
9-0 our score as the Winchester Sachems get the ball back down at about the 30-yard line. They've got to go 70 yards to get some sort of scoring going here. They're trailing 9-0, and there's 53 seconds to play in the third quarter.
Again, this team's got guts and pride.
This is Brooks running the option, faking the pass, breaking through into the secondary, puts the shoulder down, and gets ragdolled out of bounds by Massanani up at about the 45. Pickup of 18.
That's what Scott Brooks does well. He works the option very well. That time you see why. He strung the defense out, made the defense commit to him. Once that defense committed to him, he was gone. He picked up 18 yards.
Well, I'll tell you, they've only run the option 2 or 3 times. That is one of the big surprises of this game.
No, it's not surprising. You keep that as a last option or as a last resort.
Well, they've been running the option for 25 or 30 years since Manny Marshall, so it does surprise me that they're not running it on Thanksgiving.
I think Donahue's being very conservative. He's only running it when he needs to run it.
1st down and 10. Dontremont in motion. The give to Federa gets 5, 8, 9, up to a 1st down. Frank Federa.
Well, just as the Winchester team just as the Woburn team found those openings, Frank Federa finds those openings on the Woburn defense.
25 seconds left on the clock. Winchester will try to get off at least one more play here. He got 9 on the play, up to the 45 of Woburn. It's going to be 2nd and 1. Elinado in motion. The give finally to Federa. He's got enough for the 1st down. Taken down by 3 or 4 Tanners, including McGrath and number 5, Mark Weisman. Also in on the hit was Derek Bruno.
Well, I think what the Sachems are trying to do is they're trying to find the weak side of the Woburn defense, and they're going to try to exploit that in the fourth quarter.
Okay, that's going to go as the last play of this third quarter. Woburn leads 9-0. We're going to take a break. We're going to come back, and we're going to bring you what it promises to be an exciting final quarter of this Winchester-Woburn Thanksgiving Day football game.
Be cool about fire safety.
Do you know how to escape from your home if there's a fire? You gotta have a plan. They didn't have a plan, but these people do.
Okay, in case of a fire, you and your sister are to go out this door.
Or we can always go out that way. We have 2 exits, okay?
And remember, practice makes perfect. So tell your parents, we gotta have a plan.
Be cool about fire safety. Be cool.
Welcome back to Connolly Stadium in Woburn. The game of the week is a special broadcast between Winchester and Woburn, game 92 of this 105-year rivalry between the neighboring communities. Winchester on first down. They throw it backwards to Elinato. He's got the ball hanging out there. He's almost like showing it to the Tanner defenders, like, here, try to take this. It looked a little risky, but Elinato picked up 5 on the play. One of the few passing attempts by the Tanners by the Sachems this afternoon. That's the first play of the fourth quarter. Woburn leads this game 9-0. Winchester really needs to get down and at least get 3 points out of this. Now, that's not something that they've done a lot of, kicking field goals this year, so. Brooks up to the line on 2nd and 5, 9:20 to play, and this is Zizzy in motion. Federa up the middle, he's stopped. He just refuses to go backwards. Little battle going on between Federa and Eric Rennell, the captain for the Tanners.
The Winchester Sachems have to be composed. They have to stay in their game plan. They can ill afford to have penalties thrown at them.
I'll tell you, Frank Federa is not going to take anything. I don't know what happened under there. Maybe he's just trying to fire his team up, or maybe something happened underneath the pile.
Could
you never
have been a
know.
little bit of a late hit, something like that. But you got to stay composed.
He only got about a yard on the play. It's going to be 3rd down and 4 to go. Winchester needs to get down to about the 32. They're on the 36 on 3rd down. And this is Zizzy. Zizzy has not had much luck, and he does now. Breaks into the secondary and gets about 15 yards down to the 20-yard line.
What I like about that play is Zizzy found the hole, but give the guys up front a lot of credit for making it happen. He found that hole, and once he found that hole, he was able to bust through and get the first down.
Down to the 20-yard line goes John Zizzy for Winchester. They've run that play twice for him. Once he slipped, and the other time he was stopped by the ankle, and he gained negative yardage on both.
Perhaps Coach John Donahue and his coaching staff have found something in the Woburn defense, and now they're going to try to see if they can take advantage of it.
Brooks looking to pass, pulls it in instead and runs. He's to the 15, he's down toward the 10. He's taken out by Massanani down around the 10-yard line. Brooks with the play fake and the pass fake decided better of throwing to the end zone and ran it.
Well, I think he thought that if he had thrown the ball, he throws the ball away, he loses it down. Why risk it? Why risk losing it down when you can get something out of the play? And down at the 10-yard line, they're looking good.
At the beginning of this drive, the first big play for Winchester in this drive was one where Brooks faked the pass.
Yep.
And ran the option. 1st down and 10, call it the 10-yard lines. Looks like technically they could get a 1st down. This is Federa now. He gets 1 yard, and then he is just gang tackled. Bruno was in there. Parziali made the initial hit. Give him a yard for Frank Federa.
Jimmy, Woburn's had some great opportunities that they've taken advantage of. That option play, calling it when they called it, could perhaps turn things around for the Winchester team when Scott Brooks got 18 yards.
It is 2nd and goal for, well, 2nd and technically 9, I guess, for Winchester. It looks like they could get a 1st down about an inch shy of the goal line. But call it 2nd and goal from the 9-yard line. McGeehan splits to the right. Elinato is in motion coming left to right. And Brooks trips on his center and then gets slammed to the turf. Rennell was there. The initial hit was made by number 32, Rob DeBerrio.
I think Scott Brooks was just a little indecisive as to what he wanted to do there, and Woburn was able to make him pick it up and stop.
It is Third, they're only going to give him a loss of about 2 yards there.
So
they're
it's
going to give him
about
some
3rd and 11.
forward progress. Third down, they need to get to the goal line, so call it 3rd and goal with 6:45, and the clock continues to run. Brooks huddles his team up. He's got Danella split to the right, McGeehan split to the left. In the backfield is Don Tremont along with Elinato, and the up back is Federa. Oh, that ball is just flung up in the air. In on the play was Rob DeBerrio. Another super play by DeBerrio, 32 for the Tanners.
The defense has really stepped up their game all game long, and DeBerrio comes up with a great play for the Woburn Tanners.
Boy, they're on the 10. I think they got to try a field goal here. Let's see. I see Mark Sullivan coming on. He's usually the holder. DiCarlo will do the field goal attempt here. From the 10, that'll make it a 20, about a 27, 28-yard attempt.
It's a big field goal.
It sure is. It sure is. Now, remember earlier in the season when Winchester ran this and they had Sullivan pop up and throw a touchdown past the end zone. It was called back. Mark Sullivan, the holder for Tom DiCarlo, the junior kicker. Good snap. It's down. DiCarlo gets through it, and it is good. Huge field goal there by Tom DiCarlo. That's a big 3 points for the Sachems.
DiCarlo showed a lot of great leg on that.
Boy, he couldn't get much footing at all. Just a line drive it right over the goalpost. 27 yards on the field goal.
Again, the 6-point factor, Jimmy.
That makes our score 9-3, which is almost my prediction of 19-13. All right, I'm stretching. 6:20 to play here in the fourth quarter at Connolly Stadium.
If you put the ones in there, you're right, Jimmy.
That's what, the second field goal of the season for Winchester. The Tanners also have 2 field goals this season, both by Massananti, 1 each for the Sachems for both Rosillo and now Tom DiCarlo.
Well, it's got to put a little confidence back into the Winchester team. Hey, they're only down by 6 points with about 6:20 to go. Who knows?
I imagine Rosillo will be in to do the kicking, and he is. Rob Rosillo, wearing 19 for Winchester, will handle the kickoffs. He's had a great day kicking and punting. Winchester needs to try to pin the Tanners deep here. They go with the squib kick. It bounces off the defender. Sachems may have it. Let's see. There's 1 Tanner and about 17,000 Sachems.
They got it.
Winchester on the onside kick. It worked to perfection.
Unbelievable. Opportunities.
Surprise, surprise. 40-somebody from Winchester. I'm sorry I don't have it, but I'll tell you, some of the guys making big plays all day have been 44, Brad Murphy, or maybe it was 42, Jeremy Carroll, that got there. Now, you know what? Congratulations on the sideline of going out to Greg LaTorres, who's a senior. There it is again. Backup, big-time backup for the Sachems. Really hasn't got a lot of playing time.
This thing isn't over. Anything can happen in high school football.
6:17 to play, and the Sachems get it right back on the 46-yard line on a successful onside kick. Everybody is tripping in the backfield. Brooks better just tuck it away, and he does. Good job to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Excellent job. I didn't even think that would be a squib kick. I mean, give Donahue a lot of credit. I can't even talk straight. A squib kick. Hey, it's so cold out here. I'm starting to lose my speech.
Kathy Valeri said, I did. She made the call.
What's that?
9-3 now is our score. And the clock, boy, I'll tell you, that was a huge play because the clock is really moving.
Huh?
Here we go, second down and a full 10 yards needed. Elinato's in motion. The give is not to Federa. It's an option. It's off the back. Brooks gets it back. What a fortuitous play by the Sachems there. Elinato never saw it coming and hit him in the back, and Brooks covered the fumble. Who are you giving that fumble to? Elinato and Brooks, a clear mistake there. Now Winchester all of a sudden has a 3rd and about 13 here, and they're in danger of losing that well-executed onside kick there. They have got to get down to about the 35-yard line It's 3rd and 15 with 4:51 in the clock running in the 4th quarter. Brooks has it, tucks it away, gets through the first tackle, breaks the second tackle, keeps driving. Brooks driving all the way down to the 37. It's going to depend on the spot.
It's going to be close.
That is a huge play by Scott Brooks. Either way, the worst it'll be is 4th and 1.
Unbelievable by Scott Brooks. Scott Brooks was determined to get something out of that play. What is Scott Brooks? Guts and determination. That's all the words that you can describe Scott Brooks.
I'd use the word slippery as well.
Yeah, slippery too, but guts and determination, I like.
It's 4th down. Play of the game right here with 4:10 on the clock running. Sachems need to get 1.5 yards. Brooks has Federa and Penna in the backfield. The give is to Federa, pulling his way up to the 34. He's got a 1st down. They faked with Penna, the big 275-pounder in the backfield. He broke right. The play went left. Federa easily got the 1st down.
It's exciting, isn't it?
3:58. The clock stops momentarily while they change the yard markers. Winchester is down to inside the 35, call it the 34-yard line. That's how many yards they need to go to even have a chance to tie this game. It is Brooks looking for it all. Wide open in the corner, and it is caught! Caught by Nick Danella down inside the 5.
Wow.
A superb catch by Danella.
Jimmy, I didn't think he came up with that. That is a sensational catch. How in the world did he come up with a catch like that? That's incredible.
What a pass, what a catch by Danella. Incredible defensive coverage, incredible catch by Danella.
You know what makes that an incredible catch? He had 2 defenders on him, and he still came up with the ball. Give Woburn credit, though. They stayed with him.
1st and goal, Sachems. 3:30 to play. They're trailing 9-3 in this Thanksgiving Day battle. This is Alenado down to the 2-yard line, maybe the 1.
Jimmy, what did I say? Determination, guts, and pride.
3:15 to play. The Sachems are knocking on the doorstep. How big is that missed extra point?
That is huge.
They are going to spot it about 1 yard, 1.5 yards shy of the goal line. The Sachems have 3 cracks, barring a penalty or a fumble.
What a lift if they can get into the end zone.
Penna in the backfield again for the Sachems here. The give goes to Alenado. Touchdown, Sachems. This game is tied at 9. 2:45 to play in the 4th quarter. A 4th quarter comeback for Winchester. They have a chance with a successful extra point to take the lead.
Jimmy, did I say it? Pride, guts, determination.
This is a very quiet Woburn side of the stands here and a very boisterous side of the Winchester stands. I'll tell you, things have changed inside of 4 minutes. It was 3:55 remaining when they were down 9-0. Right? Yes.
They're clutch.
A minute 9 seconds and they've tied it.
Winchester's a clutch team.
The kick is up. It is no good. The snap was down. This game is tied at 9.
Sensational game. No matter who wins, no matter who loses, a terrific football game. Winchester showed a lot of pride and a lot of guts coming down with 3 minutes and 55 seconds left in this game to tie things up. It shows a lot of class and a lot of guts, and it reflects on Coach John Donahue. He never quits.
What an attempt by Mark Sullivan to get that ball down. It was a tough snap. It was skidding through the mud and the ice. He picked it up. He actually got it down. This game is tied at 9. There's 2:46 showing on the clock.
You talk about games around, the league on Thanksgiving, but this is the best game. The Winchester-Woburn game by far, one of the better football games that you'll ever see. It has excitement. It has everything in it, Jimmy. And you get the fans into it, too.
We got to start thinking of some players of the game.
It's going to be tough.
2:45 to play. We're going to pick one for either team. We're looking for nominations. Anyone out there who's got an idea? Rosillo, the short kickoff is a fumble that's still loose. Sages pile in there. Let's see who's got it. Two Tanners were fighting over it. The Tanners came up with the ball on about the 33.
This has got to fire up the Winchester defense.
2:42 to play here.
And
a
suddenly,
nine tie.
Suddenly, the hill up there is quiet.
Here's where we stand. They're on the 33-yard line. The Tanners are in this tie game. Boatwell leading his team up. Are we throwing? Are we running? Boatwell is rolling right. He's got time, and it is almost intercepted. That looked like Zizzy. No, yes it was. John O'Zizzy with another super play.
John O'Zizzy has got to be a leading candidate for our MVP.
I think the players for Winchester's end are all coming out of that backfield, including Mark Sullivan, number 14, Nick Danella, who plays both ways and made that super catch to set up the touchdown, and John O'Zizzy, who's had a great game both ways.
It's going to be tough. And Wobur's had some sensational players, too. So it's going to be a really tough 2 MVPs.
Second down 10, 2:36 to play in the game. There is no overtime in high school football unless it's a Super Bowl game, and this is not. Boatwell. He's got time, he's got Ranner, and he overthrows him, and he's lucky because Mark Sullivan was lurking in the area.
Well, Boatwell heard footsteps, and he wanted to get rid of that ball in a hurry.
9-9, you know. All of us armchair quarterbacks and everything can say all we want, and us sports writers can write all we want. You know who knows this game? Nelson knows it, Donahue knows it. They both told me 100 times, throw out the offense. It's all about defense. It's Thanksgiving Day.
That's right.
Both games have done it.
You got 2 great experienced coaches coaching this game. Donahue, Nelson, by far, 2 of the best.
Third down and 10. This is not 2-down territory for the Tanners. They've got 4 receivers with Simpson left, Ingalls right, Massanani in a slot, Driscoll in the backfield. Third down and 10. Boatwell all sorts of time. He throws it. It's complete, but he is ragdolled out of bounds. Who made that play? It was Frank Federa, number 29 for the Sagems.
Frank Federa has made it happen both on offense and defense. Again, he comes in with a great stop.
Pickup was just 4 yards. It's 4th down and 6, and I think the Tanners are going to have to kick this back to Winchester with 2:06 to play. We're going to get a stoppage probably at the 2-minute warning here.
I mean, I don't, you know.
And we do.
What can you say about the Winchester team? When they, you know, they rise to the occasion. When they need a big play, they come up with it. And Frank Federa comes up with the big play. Can you imagine what the tremendous feeling will be for Coach John Donahue if he can defeat this Woburn team? Wow.
Winchester trying to get a above 500 finish at 6-4. At this point, they could finish 5-4-1 and have an above 500 season. Woburn looking for that 8-3 season.
Nice.
4th down and 6. Rinella is the big man in the backfield here. There's no way they fake this, is there?
No, I don't think
so. With 2 minutes showing in the 4th quarter of Winchester-Woburn. High snap, Massanani comes down with it. It's almost blocked, but it's not. He ran into the kicker. Elinato, a big return to the 50, 45-40, 35-30. Jimmy Elinato cuts it at the 20. No flags down, touchdown, Sagems. What a turn of events. Jimmy Elinato on a 59-yard punt return. I don't see any flags.
I think they're saying that he may have stepped out of bounds. We'll have to wait for the ruling. But it was a sensational run.
They called him out of bounds. Oh, no.
But you know what?
I have to retract that whole call?
Yeah. But still, it was sensational. Wasn't that electrifying?
Oh, man, I'm having flashbacks to the last time I played here. Ron Hall on a punt return.
He found the lane, and once he found that lane and that opening, he exhibited some great speed that he's capable of.
Let me tell you.
But they're still in good field position, Jimmy.
They're on the 30. There's 1:46 to play in this game. I don't mean to bring anyone down, but a problem for Winchester all year has been consistency in their kicking game. They shuttled between the 2 players. First down for Winchester. They're at about the 31. It's a broken play, big time. And in to make the hit for the Tanners is number 89, David Jamie.
Right now, they can't have any breakdowns in their offense. The offense has to stay in sync.
A minute 30 to play in this game. They are at the 35. They lost about 5 full yards, about 4 yards on that play, back to 35. 2nd and 14, a minute 20 to play in the game.
This has been an excellent football game.
Boy, Jim Alenado had the Player of the Game trophy wrapped up with that play. This is a quick hitter. Oh, jeez. They were looking for Zizzy over the middle there. Scott Brooks threw a real rocket at him. He couldn't hang on. It was just a touch behind him. 3rd and 10. That stops the clock with 1:06 to play in this game. 9-9 tie.
Have the fans gotten their money's worth today, Jimmy?
We know the people that paid $1 did on Cheesecake Hill.
What a bargain, right?
They are at the 35-yard line. Winchester needs to get 14 yards to keep the drive alive. 35 for a touchdown. Brooks with the play fake. He's got an open man. It's Alenado, and he caught it. Jim Alenado with a spectacular catch down inside the 15-yard line.
Scott Brooks, sensational. Found Jimmy Alenado playing center field. Makes a great catch. Winchester in great field position with about a minute left in this game.
Jimmy Alenado was our first player of the game this season, way back in September. And he's got a fantastic chance of being the second player, doing it for a second time in the final game. 50 seconds to play, and Winchester's on the 15-yard line. They go to Videra. He gets about 4 or so.
You know, Jimmy, I'm gonna change the name of the Sachems, and I'll call them the Cardiac Kids.
Timeout for the Sachems at 39 seconds to play. They're down to about the 10-yard line.
I'm going to call them the Cardiac Kids.
Winchester used several timeouts at the beginning of this half. They must have at least one remaining here. There's 39 seconds to play. We have to start thinking about this.
It's an interesting situation now for the Sachems. Do they go for 6? And do they go for the field goal?
Well, at this point, there's 39 seconds to play. We have no idea who our players of the game will be.
But we're debating it.
It could be I mean, if there was a big defensive play here by a Woburn player, that person would have to get a lot of consideration. Let's see what happens here. Scott Brooks is now, I tell you, he's got the interception, and he's also got those the big pass completion, so he suddenly jumps into the mix as a real candidate for player of the game, maybe the leading candidate for Winchester at this point. That was a super pass right there. It is 2nd down. Winchester needs to get about 7 yards. 39 seconds to play. They're on about the 11. Brooks calling signals. He's thrown a pass. It is caught about 3 yards short of the first down. It was Alenado coming up with the catch. They're down around the 7-yard line. They call another timeout with 31 seconds to play. It was a short pickup, brings up 3rd down. No more timeouts for the Sachems. That is big. That limits their
calling ability.
There's 31 seconds. I guess they could run just about any play here and maybe get the kicking team on quick enough if they do not convert the first down. But boy, I don't like that chance.
I think they're looking for the 6. I think you have to go for the 6, Jimmy.
What about kicking it right now?
I don't know.
Taking your time and just come right out now and go ahead and kick it.
I know. You give Woburn too much time to try to come back.
Winchester's got a 3rd down. About 3 or 4 yards to go here. They're at the 7. They need to get inside the 5. There's 31 seconds to play. This is the 92nd time these teams have done this, and it's the 92nd different ending. McGeehan splits out to the right. Doucette in as the tight end. Full house backfield for the Sachems on 3rd down. The give is to Alenado. He is very close to a first down. Winchester's kicking team comes running on here. Either way, they're going to kick it. There's 20 seconds showing on the clock. The Sachems trying to get set up. 17, 16, 15. Sachems have plenty of time to get it done. It's DiCarlo on to kick. The snap, the ball is down. The kick is up. It is
no good.
No good. Wide left.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, Winchester did everything it possibly could to try to come back in this game. John Donahue rushes out to grab DiCarlo and to tell him, no problem, kid. That is a terribly tough situation for a junior to come into right there.
That was tough.
The Tanners hold on defense. They hold at the 7. There's 5 seconds to play in this game, and I gotta believe they try it. I mean, what the heck? You don't take a knee here. No way.
No,
I think you got Boutwell out there.
Go long.
I want to see this kid really air one out.
Well,
5 seconds to play.
I think we have our MVPs, and we'll give them to you at the time of the presentation. I think everybody will be pleased with our selections.
Of course, that moves the ball out to the 20-yard line. They need to come up with an 80-yard play. Boutwell's the guy who could do it. This is the last play barring a defensive penalty. Look at that arm. Whoosh, what a bomb. It drops, incomplete, up near midfield. This game ends in a tie. The 92nd Winchester Woburn football
I'm glad
game.
It ends in a tie because both teams worked very hard in this game. They both deserve to win. Hey, it's a great way to end the game, 9-9.
Hey, what a super high school football game between Winchester and Woburn. The 96th game becomes the 11th tie in this here. The 92nd game rather becomes the 11th tie in the history of these two great schools.
We want to thank Channel 6, Kathy, and everyone who worked on our crew. We also want to thank Don Cronin from the Winchester crew. You guys did a sensational job all year long. Jimmy, it was a pleasure working with you.
And you, Al. We're going to come back in a couple of minutes here and get a couple players as our player of the game.
Can I just mention one other quick thing? Gene Smith, congratulations on a great 40-year career. His 20th as a referee in this Winchester Woburn game. Gene, you're going to be missed in the league. Thanks a lot.
All right, we'll be back to bring you the TV 19 and Channel 6 Players of the Game Award just after this.
The senior class is rehearsing hard on the hilarious comedy Charlie's Aunt by Brandon Thomas.
Who's that? The girls. The girls. Charlie's aunt can't come.
Can't she? I'll go take these things off.
No! They won't stop if you do.
Won't stop? What do you mean?
You must be Charlie's aunt.
Me? No!
Show them in, Brassett. Ah, you got back. So glad.
Yes, you've been longer than we intended, but Amy wanted to get some flowers for Charlie's aunt. Has she come?
Yes, has she come? I hope she's come.
Oh, yes. She's come. Donna Lucia, Miss Betty, Miss Verdun, Donna Lucia Dalvadores, Charlie's aunt.
Go on, say something. How do you do, my dears?
We called upon you before, Donna Lucia, but you hadn't arrived.
And we've brought you these beautiful flowers.
Oh, thank you.
I hope your journey from town hasn't tired you.
Oh, no, it was rather jolly. Pleasant, I mean. The deuce am I to do with these things?
Stick them in your dress.
Please come and be a part of our audience. Show dates are December 5th and 6th at 7:30. Tickets are $5 and senior citizens are always free. Thank you.
We are back at Conley Field where this Thanksgiving Day game ends in a 9-9 tie with the Sachems of Winchester. Our MVP on the Woburn side is Todd Boutwell. Todd, sensational game, even though it ended in a 9-9 tie. Tell us a little bit about the game and what went into the preparation of today's game.
Well, I mean, nobody likes to tie, but everyone played hard on the team, and we had a week and a half to prepare. Everyone played their hearts out. And
let's talk a little bit about the game. What was the turning point in this game, do you feel, that turned things around for you when you took the early 3-0 lead?
I think it was the Mike Ingles interception. It gave us good field position for the first time in the game. So we were able to get a few first downs and kick the field goal and go in at the half with some momentum.
Was that something that was planned by Coach Rocky Nelson? Did he feel that he was strong enough to get that field goal early in this half just to give you guys a lift?
Oh, actually, we were discussing going for it at that time, and Coach Nelson finally decided to go for the field goal. It was a good decision. So,
talk a little bit about what went on in the locker room at halftime. Tell us a little bit what Coach Rocky Nelson told you guys for the second half.
Well, he's just telling us how it was our last 20 minutes, and our defense has to step it up because if they didn't score, we were going to win, and we were just going to go out and play our hearts out for the second half.
What ran through your mind in that second half?
Actually, I was just kind of hoping we get a few more points on the board and get a comfortable lead, but then we got stalled a few times, and they were driving the ball good in the second half.
Talk a little bit about the Winchester Sachems. What do you think of them? What do you think of them as a team?
I think they're a real tough team, but they're good sportsmanship. They show good sportsmanship, and they played their hearts out too.
And your counterpart, he did a sensational job, Scott Brooks.
Yeah, he did very good and matched me. So.
Any gentlemen bets going on between the two schools? Did you guys have a chance to talk before the game?
We talked a few days ago, but we just wished each other luck. So.
Let's talk a little bit about the other accomplishment that you accomplished out here this morning, 1,500 yards. Unbelievable, sensational. Talk a little bit about that and what an accomplishment that is.
And yeah, I'm glad to have it, and I think it's a reflection of the receivers we have in the line, and because I couldn't have done it without them. So I think it's really a team accomplishment.
Todd, on behalf of Gloria Foods at 920 Main Street and our double coverage here, congratulations on the MVP.
Thank you.
In the Army National Guard, you'll be challenged like never before. Trained to protect your country and serve your community. Being one of America's citizen soldiers is not for everyone. Accept the challenge. Become the best. The Army National Guard. Americans at their best.
We are back at Conley Field, where the Winchester Sachems and the Woburn Tanners are a tie at 9-9 in the 92nd meeting. Accepting the award for our MVP, Scott Brooks, is John Levitt. John, talk about the sensational game here this morning.
It was a good game. It's kind of bad that we didn't come out with a win, but Scott is a great player. He's a great captain. There's no one else that I'd want to have my quarterback. He gets everyone up in the huddle. He tells everyone, just every play, he's got something else to say. I mean, he's just
a leader out there.
He's just a leader. He's a great guy, and it's kind of sad to see it all end. And see, he was a great guy throughout the season.
Let's talk a little bit about the first half in this game. You guys held them 0-0. The Tanners go down the field and they score a field goal at 3-0. Did that demoralize you guys in any way, or did that give you extra incentive?
That gave us more incentive. We went in the locker room. We were just pumped up because of that, and we knew we were going to come back. We thought we were going to get the win, but hey, a tie's just as good. I mean, we had a great season, and the Woburn kids, they played great too, and can't take anything away from them.
Let's talk a little bit about what Coach John Donahue told you guys at halftime, down 3-0. What did he tell you guys that you think might have been a turning point?
It's our last half of football ever, at Winchester High, so, that's incentive enough to do anything. I mean, it's kind of sad to see it all go, but.
Did you ever feel that you were out of this football game?
Yeah. No. No,
did you ever think that you would lose this football game being down 9-0?
No, not at all. Never even crossed my mind. Never even crossed my mind.
At what point in the game do you feel that you guys turned it around and you were able to go down the field and get things rolling? Do you think it was the field goal that really got the thing going for you?
Yeah, I think it was a field goal that got us going. That got it going for us. That was a big point in it. But I think just Scott. He in the huddle. He was saying stuff to us that got us pumped up. So that gave us extra incentive to block a little harder and do a little extra more. So that was good.
Now, when you get down there and you tie the thing up, the emotions, everything just had to be like unbelievable.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It all tied up in one. It was great, though. It was really good.
And then that electrifying run, that was something at the end with Alenado.
Yeah, that was.
Describe that.
I didn't think he was out of bounds, and when he was running in, I thought it was a touchdown, but I saw the ref point to the out of bounds, so then.
And your play out there today was sensational also. I mean, you were in there making the big hits when you needed to make the big hits. You've made big hits all year long, John.
Yeah, I don't know, maybe.
And on behalf of Gloria Foods at 920 Main Street and a combined effort of Channel 3 and Woburn Cable, we thank you very much. We'd like to give the presentation, and John Levitt's going to accept it on behalf of Scott Brooks. And that's going to do it from Conley Field here in Woburn with the final score, 9-9. We'll see you next year.